Hello and welcome to another friendly night in the American Ricci Mahjong League. I will be one of your commentators tonight. I am Ennui. I am joined tonight by Dustin. How you doing, Dustin?
Honestly, could be better, but I get to watch some exciting mahjong, so I'm always going to be happy to see that.
Hopefully this is the path to getting better then. We'll see how things fare for our table here. We're going to be starting in A1, watching Vincent is going to be our first dealer, and then Kevin, who is sitting south, Aaron starting west, and Luce, who will be the final dealer at this first table. And the people at A1 table 2 here kind of spread the entire gamut as far as the rankings go. What do you think these players need to be watching out for or needing to accomplish in these last two games of their set?
Well, Kevin is definitely right there in the demotion range. They need to get a lot of points here. And then Vince, they're not that far away. Well, actually, that's a pretty good spread, like 95 away. But if you deal into Kevin, that would be a straight ticket right to the demotion line.
Well, and we see Luce here, who's at the top of A1 currently, coming out firing. Has a Dora 8-mon, has already pwned the Haku and the One-So. Just now, though, getting to Ishan 10 for the first time. Had some floating blocks. Kevin on the right, who you said needed to have a really good showing here, was dealt the Peiko 789 mon and
Luce
just
is
has a
already
couple of
10
other
pie,
blocks. Oh yeah, drew the
6-9
one
mon.
peen.
If someone throws out the one pin, maybe even con for flow. Maybe that's too greedy. The five is Dama. Ipeko, Dora too. Wow. Well,
Yeah,
Kevin definitely
Kevin
needs
had
those
just entered
points.
Tempai.
Yeah, definitely wouldn't reach the 5 mon. So I could definitely see the Dama. Surprising that 2-call hand early Tempai did not win, but sometimes that's just the way the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, a good start though for Kevin, and I feel like this hand's okay. I mean, you have one nice shape in Manzu and one nice shape in Pinzu. Like, you only need like two good shapes to make a hand, right?
Well, ideally you'd have some finished runs as well. Don't have any of those yet. At least no one's calling Yakuai to force him off the dealer's seat really early.
Although Aaron is holding a pair of Chun in the pocket there, so could call at any moment. Aaron also with one of those complete sequences that you were mentioning in the Sozu. Actually, a really nice hand for Aaron. I like that high pie. Oh, that 3-so is such a good draw for Kevin. Filling in a pinch-on before you fill in your really great shapes is always going to be helpful for getting to Tempai quickly. Luce across the table has an incredible So shape, especially since it can continue accepting that Dora 6-so.
Yeah, if you get another one, you just con your 7-so.
Kevin tossing the one peen, not considering the 1-2-3 Sanshoku here, which makes sense. Your dealer hedging towards Tanyao, hedging towards a more efficient hand makes sense. Similarly, Luce tossing away a pinch-on the 1-2 peen. Luce is now Ishan 10. She's
can
got a
always
very nice
consider
hand
it,
there.
but I feel like it's a little too far away. And as a dealer, you might just want like a Tanyao shift, which is definitely possible with just a 4-so pickup. You just want to really rack up dealer repeats.
Aaron just sumo giried the 6-so. Kind of strange considering that that's Dora. You could have used it as your pair, and you don't really have one of those if you end up calling the Chun. But has denied the first Chun call, so is perhaps just hoping to make a good weight and use the Chun as their pair.
Yeah, I think they had that 3-5 pin shape. I would have just, if you're going to discard the 3, I guess maybe expecting the 6 to come out, but then the 7 pin came out, so that's a little bit of a backfire because even you get the 6, you're just going to be like a furry 10 unless you just draw that.
Aaron
Oh,
has denied the second tune as well.
oh, the
Kevin
third
now
Dora.
Yishanten.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
that's
throws it back still.
Reach.
yeah, this hand just not really going a good way for Aaron. Loose, the first person to Tempai here, while everybody's kind of still fumbling around, waiting on Shempon 2-mon, 9-mon. This is Richidora 1.
Oh, but if Kevin gets the Tenpai, he's gonna have to throw either the 2 or 3, both of which will deal in.
Now that would be 40 fu on a roll and 30 fu on a sumo. Nothing really to write home about, but
At least it's
I
just
mean,
Richidora, but potential Ura 4. Actually, no, that's actually not a possibility.
yeah,
Since all
since
the
Aaron
6-0s are
drew
seen.
all of the 6-0, yeah.
But it would be a really unfortunate thing to happen.
Ooh, Formon might tempt Kevin into going for K10 here as we get to the end of the hand. The Tuso is safe though, so I wouldn't expect to see Kevin deal in, well, all right. Still playing it safe, and the Forso doesn't look terrible with a, well, I guess you don't see the Kabe on the 6-0.
Yeah, it doesn't feel great to throw a tile that's near the Dora. There could be a call here, but passes it and draws 5.
Okay,
So
there's no Tempai
oh no,
here.
no,
Oh, but
no, that would
toss-
be
It was Suji
no, it
to
was
the Ricci tile.
Ishanten, yeah, but that Ricci Suji, oh, the Ura hit.
Well,
Lose all
that
the points
just
again with that Dama hand, but starting's not
that
the
just
worst place to
totally
be.
resets him. Yeah, like once you get back to 30k, like okay, that just means you have to do a new plan going forward. Pretend like the first two hands didn't happen. Aaron now the dealer starting with a pair of pay, so obviously he's gonna win this hand. Don't even need to look at the rest of it.
Well, this isn't Sanma.
Oh crap, you're right.
If it
Let's see.
was, without a doubt.
You could get a 6-7-8 Sanshoku here. That's a really nice Manzu shape. Really need to draw around that 6-0 if you want to create some value. The Dora 5-peen would also be a good addition to the hand. Although you could be competing with, well, never mind. I was going to say Luce could get a 2-3-4 Sanshoku across the way, but she has tossed the Tuso, which makes sense. It was not an efficient tile.
Yeah. I guess maybe I probably would have like cut 7-pin, especially if you're just gonna call south and have your 9-pin as a pair. But maybe just uses that as a pair if they get an 8-pin. Nice pickup for Aaron drawing the 5 so for that 5-6 so shape. It's 3, yeah, like a 3 Ryman. Could get that 5-6-7 Sanchoku. Would need to draw another 7-mon. But those, so 3 of those in the wall.
Vincent is kind of hedging the Honitsu over there. Just has not gotten really great draws. And has discarded kind of far away Pinsu and Mansu. Alright, and it's now just going to take the normal hand. Could get the 3-4-5 Sanchoku.
Yeah, definitely already has the Dora. And there is the Ishanten from Loose with the possible 3-4-5 Sanchoku. Ricci, 3-4-5 Sanchoku, Dora potential, Mangan. And Vince with a Dora pair, nice pickup there to get some value. But can't really force Tanyo so easily this late with 2 1-sos in hand and a West.
Yeah, only
But-
4 shapes without that one so.
But West is not dropped yet, so they could get West Dora too. But instead they throw out the West.
Well, if you draw now a 2-so or a 5-so, you could discard the 1-so. Yeah, and actually
Yeah.
is going to be able to discard the 1-so. Anyway, pairing up the 7-so really helped that hand. Loose could Chi for Tenpai here. It would be Atazuke. Does not take it.
Yeah, just open Sanchoku Dora, and not even a guaranteed Sanchoku. The hand could be worth so much more. The dealer's hand shapes are like getting into a really nice 5-6-7 shape, but it's still like so far away, sadly.
No, that's Tip. Oh well, yeah. For dealer on the right, Kevin though calling into Tenpai, waiting for 2-mon 3P and Champon. That's Tanyao on Tanyao Dora 1. Sorry.
Yeah, could slide to use another Dora, except they're already accounted for. And only 2 of the weight left. But it's better than nothing. Whether Ricci comes out.
A late Ricci for Ricci, Pinfu, Dora 2, possibly Peiko.
It has to be Peiko. The 9-sos are dead. There's only 1 6-so left, and it's in Aaron's hand. Ricci to scare people off. I mean, it's good value. I mean, I guess I just Dama though. You can literally win on 1 tile, and your value is like, was that Pinfu, Peiko, Dora 2, Tanya? I guess the Ricci does upgrade to Hanemon, but 1 tile, and if you sumo it, it's still Hanemon.
Yeah, this isn't the sort of hand that
it's also Furry 10.
Oh, there you go. That's so the Ricci really is just. Oh, and there's the 2-mon.
Oh,
that is gonna deal into Kevin. You probably deal in anyway, even if you are Dama, but
maybe if
always a chance you could
Mon
throw
is
the
safer, could have shifted, but ends up donating the Ricci stick and the 2,000 points. A little unfortunate, not the worst thing in the world.
Wow, look at Luce's hand here. This is a fantastic starting hand as dealer. She's only 2 away here.
Yeah, easily go for Honitsu, although just one Yaku.
A Honitsu who for who?
Oh, for Vince.
Okay, Vince's hand, Honitsu makes sense.
I'm just looking at Vince's hand. It's like, that's a lot of honors there.
I just got so confused. Luce is the dealer. Luce does not have Honitsu. Vince, though, is an absolutely beautiful Honitsu. Did Vince have the pair of, well, certainly turned down the West Pawn.
He had all the honors except the Red Dragon at the start.
So has denied 2 pawns. I don't know. I don't like Honitsu. I'm very adamant.
Tucker,
and
you play Sanma.
This.
How do you not like Honitsu?
That's why I don't like Honitsu. I think it's a cop out. I think it's a crutch, especially in Sanma, and it leads to putting yourself often in more dangerous situations than you need to. But this hand could already be Tenpai. Like if you call the West and okay, fine.
You have to dream.
Dream of what?
Close Honitsu, that extra Han, the chance for Ura.
I mean, this hand is amazing. I guess you are 2 Shanten now. You only have to pawn 1 thing, which would be fantastic. But I don't know. The scores are so tight here that a Honitsu Yakuhai 1, like Haku Honitsu would be a pretty fantastic hand to win.
Yeah, but I could see, like, if you don't have that extra Yaku, and now because you do have the potential for the doubling to a Mongon rather than a 3900, I definitely see taking that.
Yeah, and it makes sense. The only issue here is it's all going to be in the lottery. How long until the North or the Chun pop up? We see around the table, no one else is... Well, I guess Aaron on the left.
Comes right out.
There it is. And the reward, getting the Mongon there.
Yeah.
And that was unfortunate for Aaron, who had a nice Ishanten.
I guess there's always the risk. I mean, you don't call those first Yakuai, that the last one is just stuck in the wall, but it was thankfully not stuck in the wall today.
And look at this. Another Honitsu hand for Vince.
Honestly, I don't even know if I need to here. Just because
The
like there's
19
no
is
value
for,
Yakuai pair. Oh, but throws the 4-pin away. Definitely not looking for a normal hand with a drop like that.
Also, this hand, I mean, when you have so many honors to start here, and a lot of these honors are valuable, now you're probably looking at a normal hand. You've got a shape, including the Dora. Although tossing the 6-0, I mean, you can't really make Chanta here, can you? You've tossed the 9-0
Yeah.
already, so you're not looking at Sanshoku.
It's a little unfortunate. Maybe just hoping for any of the Yakuai to pair up. But still, so throwing away the 6-0 is just getting rid of like so much like potential like Ryamans. Would have been like a Penchon, but
it's going to be hard to race everyone around the table, though. I mean, everyone else has a pair of dragons. Kevin has the Hatsu, Aaron has the Chun, and Luce has the Haku.
yeah, I know some people hold Yakuai until their hand advances just to prevent people from just calling as early as they can. And it's working out here, but it also might just be, you know, wanting that Yakuai for themselves. But the effect is the same.
I mean, at this point, I'm not really entirely sure what Vince is getting out of the Yakuai. I guess perhaps, like you said, has to just be keeping them away from people at this point. Has paired up the Dora now, but this hand is still so far away.
Yeah, just not dropping those Yakuai early really hinders your potential for a normal hand. And what if he drops? Yeah. 2 people can call the green and red dragon.
I mean, everyone else around the table is so much further along. I mean, both Kevin and Aaron are Ishanten. Luce, I imagine. All right, Luce is 2 Shanten.
Like if you had the 2 Dora from the start, I could definitely see just like hoping to pair up one of those Yakuai just to like ensure you have a Yaku. Oh, the first red dragon's not called. The second one does get called.
It is. Okay, and Aaron now Tenpai. I don't know. It's really interesting to me to not take that Tenpai right off the bat, perhaps hoping for the 1-pin Chun Shanpon Richi.
I mean, if you're Ishanten, you can get that Richi. So you don't really need to take that first pawn.
Here's my counterpoint, though. We were at the end of Row 2, and someone else is going to beat you to Tenpai if they haven't already.
But Aaron is at a terrible spot in the points right now, so it definitely needs a value.
That is fair. Now we have the Richi from Luce, who is waiting on 4 Mon.
2 left in the wall.
On a Ron, that could be a 50-foot hand.
Oh, sumo!
Oh my goodness. Richi, Apatsu, Sumo, Haku.
No Ura, but that had no business getting to be a Mangan.
Oh, man. And Luce just seems to do this. Luce's value just comes out of nowhere sometimes.
Yeah, with a huge, almost 30% win rate as well, and good value for those wins.
I mean, a 30%
tearing
win rate
up the season.
In A1, no less. I mean, that's such a massive number. Now, there's only 10 Hanchan factoring into that, but still.
Still, yeah. The dealer already Ishanten.
Just need to call that Haku. Oh, draws it!
It's a Tenpai, yeah.
Oh, do you take it, though?
I could wait a little bit for some value, or rather, well, not really value at this point, but a better weight.
Yeah, especially like a 4-mon would be such a good upgrade, but that is only 1 tile. I feel like 4-mon really is your only upgrade here. Which would make me want to Richi.
Well,
or if I'm not gonna Richi it, keep the 4-pin and toss the 1-3-mon.
5-mon also gives you a 3-4 weight.
That's true.
Better than just a 2.
So there we go. Six
Oh.
tiles to upgrade.
That double East pair. That would have been an upgrade, but you never know when you're just gonna draw two like that. Do you take
There's
the
Tumon.
Jamaron? I guess you do. Fair enough. Get some points.
Puts Kevin into second. Starts out with one of the Dora 8mon here.
Yeah, this hand is not nearly as good, but there's some okay blocks here.
Vince has 1, 2, 3, only 4 pairs, but I'm gonna issue a Chi Toy watch for Vince's hand on the left. We'll see how it develops.
Yeah, he's not. He could call the East, but not really in the best position, not in the first place to just call East.
Well, it is.
Get the 1K
It is
hand.
South too.
Yeah, but
Calling East would be kind of awkward.
oh, maybe Honitsu though. But the 1mon drop makes it a little awkward, but not the worst thing in the world.
Nah, we got 5 pairs now, homie. This is Chi Toy.
Oh, I don't believe in Cheetoy though. Let's see. This is where
Yep,
it does.
Cheetoy
It goes for it.
Dropping
yeah.
the 4mon. Honestly, I would have started with a 3mon, hoping I get the chance to drop a 7mon instead of Nakasuji Trap. Although there is only one 7mon left in the wall, but
Oh, yeah, I was wondering why you said it was south. It's like, oh right, East is not a Yakuai. Silly me. I definitely did do that during one of our Hanchons. Oh, 2
I do-
Onkos across the way from
I do-
Luz.
yeah, again, Luce's value coming out of nowhere. I would bet money that if Luce gets Tenpai on the 7-peen and calls Ricci, that either the 9-peen or the 4-so comes up as Ura. Like, it has to. There's no way it doesn't.
Or maybe they just con it. Right? Can't con the 4 or the 9 actually. So that
Yeah,
that's
has already
not gonna
denied
happen.
the 4-so con.
And Kevin discarded the pay pair. Could have forced the Honitsu, but
Well, now that Kevin has 2 Dora, I wonder if
Yeah.
he thinks the quicker path will be Tanyao. There's a 3.
yeah, that doesn't
it
really
doesn't-
help you to call it. I think.
Ooh, and now you have the 7-8-peen, but
Yeah, the 9 pin is
9-peen.
Furiton, so
Boom.
the 1 drop maybe
All
looking to
right.
go for that Tanya.
Aaron Ishanten for Toy Toy here. Currently, it would be Toy Toy Nomi is hoping to draw an 8-mon to make it Toy Toy Dora 2 or Dora 3.
Yeah, I guess loose. There is 1 7-pin left, but the rest are looking a bit stuck in the hands. Oh, but there's Tenpai. They do not reach you though. Fair enough. They're in first, and that wait. Well, they don't see that it's mostly dead, but oh, now
It doesn't
it's-
feel like a good weight either. Yeah. Oh, there
Oh.
we are. Aaron single weight on the Dora. So this is Toy Toy San Anko Dora 2. If this wins, that would be a Hanuman. But it's really hard to imagine a Dora coming out at this point.
Yeah, I don't really. Oh, that's
Don't-
6.
Oh, but the
Oh,
6-peen is
the
going
Dama
to deal in.
Cheetoy. Yeah, you're right about the
Vincent
Cheetoy
just
watch.
got there. Oh, that's tragic for Aaron. You have such a massive hand, exactly what you need to catch up. And then you just you deal into a kind of random Cheetoy that had just reached Tenpai.
But-
Starting out, though, with 4 dragons here.
Yeah, obviously just get the Daisong in. But more realistically, just try to run up the dealer repeats. Very nice shapes of that. Just a completed set, 2 Ryanman. Can call for the Chun and Adora.
God,
Oh,
though,
but-
Luce's hand once
yeah,
again.
so much so. Double South. Another
Oh my
So
goodness.
tile could be
I mean, this is
interesting that
Ishanten.
they discard the Green Dragon first, but I guess it probably won't matter in the end. Yeah, it's
I mean, these draws
disgusting.
are just insane. I mean, you can Chi or Pwn, right? Pwn 8-so, Pwn 9-so, Chi 4-so or 7-so, all of which would make you Tempai for Honitsu double South Dora 2. So that would be a Hanuman even open.
Yeah, might even Dama just to Dama. They don't need the points necessarily. I guess if they really want to secure that top championship position, they might do that. Or I guess if they really want to secure it, they may want more points.
Well, I mean,
but it's so much already.
This is 2 Shanten for Sananko if we're
Oh,
talking
the
about
green
points.
dragon, unfortunate.
But that's a pretty safe tile. Aaron
Yeah.
has been Ishanten with this Ryanman for quite a while, just can't pull anything in.
Yeah, the red dragon never came out at this point. It kind of has to be the pair. Unless you get another Dora, but that is not possible at the moment.
Luce after actually shifting the hand a little bit, so Luce can now accept the Dora. After that amazing start, has drawn no more Sozu. That 3-So is the first So that she's drawn in forever.
That's Tenpai. 4-7.
4-So, 7-So.
Oh, the 7-So might come out right here. Oh,
Oh,
it does.
no!
Oh, no.
God, that's gonna hurt. Yeah, and it was closed.
At least it was 4-So that would have been Ipeco, I think, for the bump to Paimon.
It would have been Ipeco, and it would, yeah. So that would have been brutal. But this is actually, even though Aaron just lost his dealership, this could work out okay for him. He can now hit, well, if he hits anybody with a Mongon, that would leave him at 20.9, which would be 100 points shy of third. But if he can sumo a Mongon, that would be enough for Aaron to get out of last place here.
Yeah, the hand doesn't really look like a Mongon sumo kind of hand at the moment, but Ura 2 could happen.
Sometimes you just need to work some magic. Kevin obviously trying to prevent that, trying to call quickly, get this round over with.
There's one Anko, and it's also 4 pairs as well. Richi Chitoi, Ura 2, that could be the way to getting that Mongon. Or just get a Suanko even.
Suanko does tend to get you there pretty quickly. I don't know what I would throw if I was loose right now. 8-9-So? Or I guess the 7-Peen's kind of redundant. Is tossing the 8-9-So.
Yeah, 1-7-So already gone, and then just the whole penchant just not being great.
Yeah, but now, I mean, your pin shape really is a 5-6-7-Peen, a pair of 9-Peen, and then 1-3-5-7. So just a really big old Kanchan mess there. Luce actually could open. Well, the 9-Peen are keeping you from opening for Tanya, I suppose.
It is Ishanten at least, and it could even Dama for just Ipeco.
Ooh, that's Tempai. Yep, it's exactly what she's doing. 6-Peen could come out of Vincent's hand pretty easily.
It is 2 Dora as well, so I definitely see the Dama, especially with the weight being so bad.
Oh,
and
man.
having no pits in the discards is being really suspicious.
Yeah, this is a kind of horrifying situation for Vince. If Vince deals in on the 6-Peen here, could be kind of catastrophic, because that would drop him underneath 30k. That'd be a massive boost for Luce. Not that she needs it.
Yeah.
Tempai now for Kevin.
I feel like Vince must be folding. They dropped the So. So the So Honitsu isn't really there.
Tempai now for Vince, waiting on 7-Peen.
Yeah, it is Dama Ipeco.
So we got 2 Dama Ipecos and 1 Open Haku. The Open Haku is the best weight, waiting on 4-Mon, 7-Mon. But 5 of those are already gone, so only 3 left in the wall. 1 6-Peen left in the wall for Luce, and 1 7-Peen left in the wall for Vince. So Kevin with the best weight at the moment.
And Aaron with the Hatsu Toi Toi. Oh, Khan.
Ooh.
Yeah, maybe that Ura.
Do it. You have to.
Oh, no. Oh, this is the deadly tile. But they can throw East first. Oh, throws 5-So. Fair enough.
It's actually just like
there's like
totally
not Tenpai, and there's not any draws up. So yeah, definitely just.
Does Luce keep
Tempai
here?
To anyone?
No,
They do not. They have conscious decision, just get out.
makes sense. Secure your first.
I mean, I mean, it's definitely like fair enough, but I always see it like as an opportunity to get more points, especially when you can knock down someone below 30k so easily. So 36 points, that's a good amount.
That's a pretty amazing first. You'd hate to ruin a plus 36.7, especially where Luce is right now. A positive 36 is so valuable. I mean, that puts her over 60 above second place.
Yeah, just over 60. Pretty good.
Vincent and Aaron kind of with that second and fourth closing together in the rankings. Vince moving up just a tiny bit, Aaron dropping. Although they both still got over 100 points on the demotion range. So they have to feel okay about that. Kevin, though, the minus 12.5 is not what he needed. It's not awful. It's by no means a death sentence. But really need to start making up some ground to get out of that demotion zone. There's still three sessions left, so 6 weeks left in this season. But the longer you're in the hole, the harder it is to get out. It starts to get real comfy down there.
Yeah, especially with such a gap between the people in the demotion zone and the people that are not there. A 62-point gap at the moment between Simon and Kaz at the line. You need a lot of points. And then Kevin, who is not at the line, needs a whopping 125 points. That doesn't just happen out of nowhere.
I'm taking another look at the stats here, and as was just mentioned, not just mentioned, but as Dustin mentioned earlier, Luce with that incredible 29.2% win rate, and 5,800 is, I mean, that's 300 above the A1 division average win, which is just bonkers. Although Max, who in tournament play, I think of as kind of a pawn cat. Like Max, very willing to open up hands, go quick, take away people's dealerships. Max sitting here with a 7,200 average win. Have we seen an average win that high? Maybe yours from Beta League would be the closest.
Possibly. And then Kevin in the last season had 2 Yakuman. Definitely had a very high average win, I think. Might have been up there.
And G Long has been around the 7K as well, Nathaniel is pointing out. Right now at 6,800. I mean, that's incredible too. I mean, these average wins are just monstrous at A1 here. That seems to be like one of the biggest differences between A1 and the rest of the league. Slightly higher win rate, slightly lower deal-in rate, but that average win, like the people at the top here, other than Beachin, who has an 8.4% deal-in, well known as a very good defensive player, but everyone else towards the top of A1 has just kind of been a kaiju level mahjong hands, I think.
Yeah. There was see with the even lower dealing rate, but this game's gonna start pretty soon. Kevin with the first dealership. Honestly, I prefer the last in league play just because you can always get more points. Just be agonizing to bump them off that last dealership.
I prefer second to last because I have been last dealer so many times, and then someone just gets like, someone like a Dustin gets like a Baimon Sumo and all last, and all of a sudden your Oyakabari drops you somewhere you did not expect to be. That's always brutal.
Well, when that happened, they weren't even the dealer.
Yeah, I wasn't the dealer. It did drop me below 30k, but we do have the game started here. Kevin with a very nice hand as dealer. 3 draws in, 2 Shanten. Wait, two? Hold on. No pair. So I guess this is actually 3 Shanten. Those always trip me out.
Still very nice. Could get 3, 4, 5 Sanchoku. Could get an Itsu very easily. It does have a lone door in hand. Pairing that up would
Yeah,
be
waiting
massive.
around. Vince also holding out with that lone Dora. Vince, I'm gonna put another Cheetoy watch out here. Vince with 4 pairs. One of them is the pay, so surely he'll win. Oh
Oh, a
no!
disconnect from Aaron. Oh, throwing that 4-so from the 4-5 is really unfortunate as well.
No, that's tragic. You could see the players kind of waiting up for him here. That's something that you see a lot, I feel, in ARML. Like, players will use up just a little bit of their time, give the other people in the league time to get back. I mean, we all like each other here, as far as I know. We at least
Yeah.
pretend to.
Well, there's no
Nice
need to
people.
pretend even. We just are.
Yeah, I haven't met anybody I dislike. The ARML is wonderful. You should join. Hey, signups for the Winter League. Close December, I don't know, 19th, something like that. Mid-December, signups for the Winter League close. But up until then, you could join the ARML and be a part of this very nice group of people. Ooh,
Oh,
Kevin.
Dora pair up.
And this is why holding
Hmm.
on to the lone Dora Yakuhai seems so suspect. I mean, Vince, though, who very easily could end up still going Cheetoy, although it's looking less like that with the peen draw there.
I wonder what the reasoning behind throwing away the Ryman is. 'Cause he could have kept just the 3-4 instead of getting the 4-4 for the so shape, but ends up being thrown out. Can just pawn that white dragon and already have your pairs to 3-pin. Assuming someone throws it, but the longer you keep it, I guess if he does go for that Cheetoy play, then he's definitely not throwing the Dora.
There's
still
pair
one
number
more out
5.
there. Oh, and there's the Dora. Does it come out of Luce's hand though? Maybe
Yeah,
not, since they're going for like a Chanta.
Yeah, she can definitely use it. Probably end up Chanta Doratanki.
And even just like drawing it this late, you'd have to think someone's got a pair of it. You just don't want to feed them a free Mongon.
Vince has made an Anko of the 5-mon and is floating Toy Toy or Suanko as an option here. It's always kind of awkward to keep that Anko in hand when you're Ishanten for Cheetoy because it hurts your efficiency so much. But how does this hand look call-wise? I mean, the 8-peen is 1 chance, so you think the 8-peen's great to call. There's still a North out, so the North is great to call. No 2-peen have been discarded.
Right.
No 8-mon have been discarded. So I feel like this would actually be a pretty nice little Toy switch. The only drawback is you would have to discard the Haku.
Yeah, there's an interesting, I guess, switch to possible Cheetoy from Kevin, but throw away the 7-pin. Unfortunately, that could have been a 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-pin shape, which would have been really nice. But it's still kind of, it's just trying to get that normal hand, I guess. It's just not coming
Loose-
together though.
Loose does have the 789 Sanshoku in hand. Ishanten just either needs to draw the 1-peen. I mean, I guess the 4-peen also would get Tempai, would be not Chanta, but you would still have the Doratanki. There's another Anko for Vince! Ishanten
But
for
still,
Su Anko.
not a lot of tiles left in the wall for it. But I
And
guess
those tiles gotta be somewhere.
yeah,
I mean, at
if
this
you
point,
get 2
you
in
do
a
just
row, that
open.
is what you need. But
The
can you throw
2-peen.
the Dora this late?
Yeah, it's kind of rough. Oh, is not.
Forcing the folding on the pay. Fair enough. I guess no one's Tempai. It's going to be one of those awkward rounds where there is a call, but no one actually gets Tempai.
Yeah, I feel like Aaron's call has a little bit of brilliance here. It was probably just calling for K10, just trying to get to Tempai somehow. His hand just was not coming together. But that really, I feel, is what prevents Vince from being able to toss the Haku. Without that call, I mean, the chance that someone's Dama waiting on Haku is so low. I mean, it's obviously possible, but it's so low that your Ishanten for Sananko Toy, even if you open, would be perfectly fine to discard the Haku for, I feel like, even at that late stage. But with the call from Aaron, it really puts Vince in an awkward spot.
You can't really throw Haku that late. It's not even like, I mean, it's ARML. People are going to hold on to that Dora, and no one's dropped it, so it's just like a whole standoff. A nice Dora 2 for the dealer's hand already. Could easily just shift to Tanyo, maybe just get the double ton.
Although the tone currently being held by Aaron.
Yeah.
Oh, that's 7 Mon is a brilliant draw. Aaron does not take the East pawn. We've seen several times at this table people being unwilling to call a Yakuhai. I think Aaron has refused Yakuhai a few times.
Yeah.
36.7% call rate for Aaron. That's not particularly low, really.
That's pretty high even. Maybe even the highest or near the highest. I think 41-ish is highest in A1.
Yeah, the call rates in A1 though are pretty tight. That's like if we looked at say B2 or even like A2, we'd probably see a much wider spread of call rates. Interesting hand for Kevin is going to call Ricci here, waiting on the 2-peen. So this is Ricci Dora 1.
And Loose with trying to go for the Honitsu and drawing another Sotile might deal in right here. But it goes to the 1-pin first. But if you get that Tenpai, it's just way too tempting to give up. But it is Dora adjacent, but it's still...
That is Tenpai. That East technically was Tenpai. Well, I mean, this is Tenpai. It's just Yaku-less currently. But the East would have been a Yaku full Tenpai. Ooh, there's the Dora.
Yeah.
Could just shift to Tanyao here.
Yeah, that is an option. Would have to chi a 4-pin to avoid Furry 10.
The 5 helps.
What? I mean, no one's going to really drop the 4-pin just because it's Dora adjacent, though. Oh, but if you get tempted into throwing the 2, because that would fix your Furry 10 problem, but probably just going to fold at this point. Especially with not having that value of Chinitsu. Like Tanya only? No.
Well, the 3-so doesn't look awful. There's a Kabe on the 5-so, so 3-so's fine to toss. Yeah, so could just end up Yaku-less Tenpai at draw here. Everybody's just been dancing around this Ricci. A very effective defensive Ricci for Kevin. Kind of put people in a tough spot. Everybody playing around it pretty masterfully, though. There's a 4-peen, which does not actually deal in.
Yeah, no Yaku, and if they want a chi 6-so, they'd have to throw away the 9-so so they don't get the no swap calling.
Is 9-so Tenpai?
Yes.
It is.
Tenpai on Dora even. There's one more. No, there's none in the wall.
All right, so
that's the safest viewership.
And Aaron's gotta be like, how did everybody get here? How did this happen without anybody dealing in?
Sometimes you just get the shapes for it. Sometimes you just have to fold. You just have no chance of getting the Tenpai at the end. Do you think Chi-Toy? 3 pairs, but that 6, 7, 8 fill in.
Yeah, probably not. You do have that kind of awkwardly placed Dora in hand, so Chi-Toy would be really nice. Well, I mean, there's your fourth pair.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm definitely still thinking about it. I'd maybe even toss 3-peen before Chun. I mean, this hand, like, even if you go for a normal hand, these shapes are so bad.
Yeah, I think I could maybe see holding... I'd throw the 9 mod first. And, like, maybe get that Chun for a Yaku, but now it's all dead. Or one more.
Eben not wanting to fully commit to the Honitsu is probably gotta take the Hatsu here. You've got 2 Dora. All right, tossing the 6-so. So perhaps making a play towards Honitsu here.
Or maybe even the Suji trap for Yakuhai Dora too.
Those open Suji traps, typically less effective than closed, but in A1, people are going to be paying attention to that stuff. So setting it early is going to be much more effective than tossing it right when you get to Tenpai, because people will notice.
or not even necessarily like people might just see those discards and think, oh, it's Mon Honitsu. They'll never be waiting on a Sotile.
Loose right now, really wishing that you could have two of the same pair for Chitoy. That would be Ishanten if it was the case. But that's not the case. So just a normal hand. This could be quite the fantastic Tanyao, though.
Oh,
You pulling that?
2 Onkos for loose now.
God, I feel like you call pulling. That's so nice.
Yeah,
ポン
they're thinking about it.
Okay.
1
You can con the 8 mon on your next turn.
You can, but maybe just waiting for you just wait for that that Forso first, and then you get the Tanyao Toy Toy Rinshan.
Here's the thing though. If the 8 mon were a safer tile, right? Like if it were a bunch of 9-peen, say, I'd be a lot more for waiting to con because it's not going to become all that dangerous given the discards. But you might want to take the con now with an 8-mon because if you have to call into Tempai, you would have to discard an 8-mon, and that 8-mon could be pretty dangerous. But we do have 2 Tempais now. Loose for 6-peen, 9-peen, which is Furaten and Atazuke.
Yeah.
And then Kevin waiting for 2-mon, 5-mon.
Only 2 6-pin and just 1
Gee.
left in the wall. Hopefully they can just I guess it's very open, just pawn 5-pin at this point to just actually confirm a Yaku and Toy Toy.
God, Kevin, such an aggressive call there, and it pays. Like Kevin had a pretty good wait 2-mon, 5-mon. Like it certainly wasn't bad. Gets the chance to Chi though, takes it to have Hatsudora 3 or Hatsudora 4 really. Has the hell weight on Dora and immediately draws the 5-so the next round. So misses out on a Mongon trying to greed for a Mongon with 1 extra Dora.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that would have been 3 Han. As it
Ooh.
was.
1
Switches the way to East, and this East might come out.
Yeah, I mean, you know the
Eventually.
4-so is never coming. You'd rather win a hand with 2 Dora than not win it. But everyone's gotta
Oh,
know that.
Actually,
Kevin's
it's 3 Dora
senpai.
now because of the con. The 4-so is Dora.
Oh, right. This is true. This is true.
So yeah, the East does feel a bit suspicious, but
Have any East been discarded? No.
oh, just sumo it.
Get the sumo! Oh my god. A clean little
Hatsudora
Mongon
3.
for Kevin there, yeah.
Exactly what he needs.
The only person above 30k, Kevin would really like to push this lead now. Aaron could have a very fast dealer hand, though, with that pair of Chun. Might be hard to race.
Yeah, the shapes could be a little bit better, but they're definitely not terrible. But what do you actually call for the Chun though?
I mean, he hasn't been taking calls on Yakuhai so far. As dealer, I feel like I would. Like, getting dealer repeats is just so valuable.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Vince's hand does not look great. Got the Anko of the White Dragon, but throwing away the 5-pin. And like so many tiles of other suits, can't really go for a Honitsu.
I mean, that hand does continue to improve, though.
Yeah. Could get Richi, Dora, and the Yakuhai. Just the early 5-pin is gonna
Gee.
reduce your possibility of using the Montile or the pin tiles by a lot. Calls
Does
us
go ahead
Dora,
and-
fair enough, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, might as well take it. You're now Ishanten.
You could it'd take a little bit of effort, but shift to a Chanta.
Honestly, that would be a huge. I would have considered discarding 2-peen there, and just assuming you'll get Pei Tanki, because Pei Tanki is the best weight in all of Mahjong. A very very good Ishanten now for
Boom.
Vince. Nice little Nakabukure shape there. This 4-mon will get
Yeah.
him to Tempai.
1
Discard the 2-peen, waiting on 5-8, and then we have a
Yeet.
3-pin, 6-pin,
Oh.
7-pin. Wait for Kevin. Kevin not gonna get it though.
Yeah, the nice two-sided weight from the dealer, but can't compete with that 3-call hand. At least it's only 2,000 points, but losing your dealership also has to hurt, especially when you were in 4th as well. But there's still another one of those, so they could still come back. A very
Let's see.
Junchan looking hand for the Steeler.
And Tumon is Dora, which can be worked into that Junchan. Vince, though, going for a Honitsu in the Dora suit, which always looks very nice. And there we go. Could still be Honitsu Toy Toy. How do you feel about Honitsu Toy Toy Harakatanki?
I mean, it's funny, but it's just if there's a Ricci out there, there was a recent triple Ron, Mike McLeod, I think, Harakatanki dealing into a triple Ron is just I don't want that to happen to me.
At the oop, my blood sugar is high. My alarms are going off. At the Ricci Nomi tournament, Vince was one of the judges, and I got in trouble for cackling out of my mind in the middle of a round. And so Vince came over to shush me as a good judge should, and later asked what had happened, and I had myself gone Harakatanki and knocked my tile over and revealed my single tile weight to everyone, discarded it, and then drew it in the next round.
Oh, so many so tiles for Aaron. I'm not sure if this is Tenbai, but definitely thinking about. Oh, that is Tenbai. It doesn't read for the Chinitsu. 369, very nice weight.
Yeah, you just take the good weight here. You feel like you're gonna sumo. I mean, this is Pinfu.
I guess so.
Yeah, no matter what you win on, you're always able to interpret it as a Ryanman weight. Like if you draw a 3-so, you're still gonna have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7, 8, 9. If you draw a 6, you have 7, 8, 9, 6, 7, 8, 4, 5, 6, and a pair of 3s.
And a 9-so will be Ipeko. It's not quite a Ricci Nomi necessarily.
I mean, well, it's Ricci Pinfu, possibly Ipeko. Yeah, that's pretty solid. You can't ask for too much more, Dustin.
Yeah, it feels like isn't like scream Pinfu to me, but sometimes it's just like you get like a Ricci Pinfu, you get your cornerstone of Mahjong, but it's just you get no Ura, you get no Dora. It's 2,000 points. Is that really that much better than 1,000? Technically, yes, but it doesn't really feel that great.
Kevin not accepting the Tenpai here. Vince will though.
6-7 Mon. Let's see, there's
3 not in the discards, and all 2 of them are in the wall.
But the Ricci could throw it. Well, has to throw it even. But
I just realized that's a Bakahon. I thought East was, or I thought South was the round wind, but we're still in East.
Not quite yet.
Kevin taking the Foramon Tenpai now was not willing to take it earlier, but now does.
And Vince actually folded when he drew the 6-pin, but gets back into, Yaku's Tenpai now.
I mean, 6-mon doesn't feel awful. 1-mon, Terminal Suji. Well, it's Genbutsu, I guess, at this point. But the 6-mon doesn't feel awful. I mean, you see 3 8-mon out. 1, 2. Yeah, you see 3 8-mon out. You see 3 7-mon now. Upper Monzu seems cheap.
Yeah, I guess especially since there was the
loose not conning the tune.
Well, you know what happened the last time I conned, but
yeah, that'll be on the highlight reel.
I would at least think about, I guess, no, the con to take away the last draw, which is what I was thinking I was doing. There weren't enough tiles for that to be a possibility here.
Aaron not getting that beautiful weight. All the 3, 6, and 9s either dead walled or just held in people's hands there. Kevin, though, did end up getting Tenpai, so takes a nice little 1,500 going into his dealership.
I believe at the start of that Ricci, the person across from him had 3 of the 6-os. There's just a lot of unfortunate like circumstances with the tiles there. This hand could be Chanta, 1, 2, 3, Sanchoku. You don't really want it to be that way, but sometimes it's just what you're given. Could have held for that 5-pin for the Itsu possibility, but just throws it out. Maybe committing to the Chanta Junshan.
Kevin doesn't have a massive lead here, but certainly doesn't need to be as forceful as maybe anyone else at the table. Other than the fact that he has ground to make up overall. Could take the 9-pin, doesn't.
Does not, yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and issue another Chi Toy watch for Vincent on the right here. 4 pairs. Really disconnected tiles that kind of screams Chi Toy. Would actually be Ishanten if the 6-pin was still in hand, but a reasonable discard, all things considered. Oop, there's Nanko.
Could even see Honitsu Chinitsu shift, but the 8-mon is not the worst tile for that, but not great, but it is the door suit.
Aaron also has 4 pairs, for what it's worth.
Kevin's picked up an Anko of the pay. Maybe just having the discipline to go for the closed Chanta for the extra value.
Vince has gotten so many Chi Toys tonight, or at least had so many hands that looked like Chi Toy tonight, and this one is just like really mocking him. He's already got 2 pairs in his discards, which always does tend to happen. But not quite working out for him over there.
Maybe just draw the Dora. Could just end up being like a normal hand, like Ipeko.
Well, I mean, Aaron also would be more than happy to call for Tanyao, but just nothing to call.
Unfortunate for Kevin's Chanta attempt. Looks like, 3 9-pin are gone. So threw out the 8-pin. I guess confirming that as a pair. It's probably just looking to Ricci for anything.
I mean, is anybody closer than 2 Shanten right now? We're almost at the end of the second row.
Yeah, it might be one of those awkward hands where just no one's senpai at the end.
Well, and that was the first hand of this Hanchan. Like,
Yeah,
what?
But
what madness
Kevin
is going
got
on
to
here?
Ishanten now.
Hey, look at that. So far ahead of everyone else. Although Ishanten also for Vincent, and Ishanten now for Luz. Luz having to force it with a call. Vince Ishanten for the Chi Toy. You can't get Chi Toy if you con the 9-mon, though.
Yeah, throws up the 9.
I mean, all right.
If you have to.
Luz making an interesting call there. That call did not decrease the Shanten, but that call did put Luz into a very good Tanyao situation. So, in a very, very good sideways pawn there.
Yeah, it's Tanya Doro too as well, so... but not a lot of time left to actually get the hand.
Alright, Ishanten now for Aaron. No, that's not Ishanten. God, that's still 2 Shanten, even with the call.
But still, Doro 2, you really want to get that hand.
God, if Vince had all the 9-mon, that would be Suanko Tenpai right now.
That's what you get for going for Chi Toy and not believing the Suanko. That's, as far as I'm concerned, that's the only thing Chi Toy is good for. Is that it leads you to the Suanko.
Okay. Suanko, getting from Chi Toy to Suanko is just so bonkers. Like, I don't know that I've ever gotten a Suanko that didn't start with, like, at least 1 Anko in hand.
But that's how it starts.
Aaron's hand not going to get the chance to be the Toy Tanyao Dora.
No one Tenpai, even with the calls.
Jeez. I mean, just rough high pie here. And rough draws, like, things not working out for anybody.
Yeah, Kevin trying to go for the more value from the Chanta, but throwing away middle tiles could have possibly gone to Tenpai or just like a normal Richinomi hand, but I could definitely see getting that value. Just didn't work out this time.
So we have 2 Honba on the table now and 1 Rigi stick. The last 2 hands have both been exhaustive draws though, so we're just passing the dealership around without anybody winning. Looks like people have better hands going this time.
Yeah.
I mean,
already
Aaron
good
has a very
Shanten
nice...
for Vince.
Yeah. Aaron has a good 2 Shanten. Could be very valuable. Could get a 678 or 789 Sanshoku.
Yeah, and even though that last round where everyone no 10 is not great, it is okay for Kevin since he is still the only person above 30k. If you can get that Uma, that will help a lot. I guess getting a good dealer hand would help even more, but
does Aaron deal in here? 2 pin could easily come out. It does. Kevin taking the 1 hot hand, taking the 1600 on the table with the 1000. Skipping one of the people who was closest to 30k's dealerships. Very valuable. You will notice that second and third currently tied at 27,300 points. The ARML rule on a tie is they split the UMA. So in this case, with 3 people below 30k, UMA would be 0 for second place, -5 for third. So that would be -2.5 each if they stay tied, which is unlikely but could happen.
Well,
oh god, loose.
Is it -2.5 if everyone's below 30k though?
It'd be 0, -5, and -15, and the 0 plus -5 divided by 2 is -2.5.
Right. I guess if one of them manages, well, if one of them manages to break the tie, then there would be a tie. But
right,
if
if one
got
of them
above
gets
30k,
above 30k, yeah.
Yeah. That tied Uma would not be that amount.
Luce's Ishanten just getting better and better over there. You would love to call that double south.
Yeah, double south and a Yakuai get you above 30k. Decent position for the last dealer.
Not calling Chi there. Oh yeah, you'd be losing your pair. Well, you could call Chi there and take Tenpai, but it would be Haku Nomi.
Yeah,
if
for
you
Haku
did that.
only, definitely not.
I mean, the value proposition here could be so much better if you're able to get that south.
I guess if you really want to avoid the tie, then okay, but it could be so much more. You could get above 30k.
Ishanten for Vince.
Or all the souths could be in the dead wall. But,
yeah, it is gonna pawn that though.
Huh.
I mean, the things change so much. Like 4 draws later, you know, again, turn 8 or 9 is the average Tenpai, right? So you want to be the first one there. And there's the one game.
Yeah. Get to avoid the tiebreaker. I guess they don't really need a ton of points. Also, like, just preventing people from gaining points is okay. Plus, they are the last dealer, so they have all the time to get more points if they want to.
Well, and anyway, like, even if you don't get above 30k here, like, what do you take? -2 points? When you're 60 ahead of second place, a -2 is a pretty fantastic result, honestly. Like, she would be more than happy with that, I would think.
True.
Nathaniel pointing out as well that she could have pawned the south and dropped a Haku, and that would have been 2 Han instead of 1 Han. You also could call the south and drop from your Rionmen and go Tanki, and then you'd have 3 Han, although you'd have a much worse weight. It's going to be hard to fight Aaron here, though. Just, Aaron's got a problem. The Dora's going to help. Aaron's got 2 Yakuhai, but needs points.
I guess 2 Yakuhai, Dora 2, or not Dora 2, just 1 Dora even. That might be the best you can hope for.
Well, I mean, Luce is going to end up with Rion Peiko Chinitsu here.
Yeah, these discards are going to look a bit suspicious, especially if they draw more middle tiles.
Yeah, it does. All right. Calling for Honitsu for Vincent here. Only needs 3,100 to get above 30k, but only needs 1,900. to get up to where Loose is. So
Yeah.
Honitsu would certainly get that.
Oh, another Sotile.
Oh my god.
Throwing away the
Home.
Mon Ryanman. Oh, but it's helping. Well, it's still so far away. 2 honors
Home.
just sitting there. I guess, well, not that far away. Just pair one of those up, but then it's Bakahon, and that's not enough for getting above 30k, I think.
Oh, there's another Dora for Aaron. That's just what he needed. So this
Yeah,
is a
and
Mongon
Tenpai.
now for Aaron, waiting on 3-so, 6-so. So many of those in Luce's hand. Well, only 3, I guess. So the 4 of those are gone.
Yeah.
1 in Kevin's hand. So 3 left in the wall.
And if someone reaches that, it can get to just at 30,000, which would be massive.
There's another 2-so. God, this Ishanten just getting wilder and wilder for Luce. Vince could toss an honor here and does. Now Ishanten for Chinitsu himself. So we have 2 Chinitsu Ishantens. And a Mongon Tenpai on the left.
Was that?
There's
it would be
Tenpai.
The Russian
Oh, and
Tonki.
takes the expensive one.
Yeah.
Taking the...
Oh, the 6 could do a side switch, throw the 3 Mon instead, and does do
and
that.
does. Incredible.
Oh, is this
The 6
Tenpai
is
for
fine.
Luz?
Yeah, this is Tenpai. Toss, I don't know, anything like 2-so,
A
8-so.
7. Right, I
Has
don't
to
even
think about it.
I don't even. I can't read. She needs. Maybe. I mean, yeah. This is Mahjong
Well-
Soul, or
Hold on. Is this Tenpai?
I-
Yeah.
I
No,
guess
it's not. Hold on. This isn't Tenpai. Was there any way to get Tenpai?
Chi.
Oh, that. Oh, the Chi, but that broke your Chinitsu Tenpai. Why?
I have no idea why Vince took that chi. No clue.
Maybe they
Chi.
thought it improved the weight, but I have no idea.
Home.
All right, now we have Tenpai for loose for sure. You got to toss the 7-so. Don't deal in. Oh, 1-so, 4-so Tenpai. And those are left, but this 6-so could deal in right now. Doesn't. Tosses the 2-peat instead. 7-so coming out of Vince's hand, even though he's not Tenpai anymore.
Oh no!
Oh,
Oh
the
no!
6-so finally coming out. So the Mongon is going to totally switch up here, and that 8,000 doesn't get Aaron above 30k. So that's
But-
only a net 3,000 loss for Kevin, since he is going to get plus 20 instead of plus 15 from the UMA.
Yeah, that did
that-
just barely get him to second place. So that was an Uma switch at least.
But I mean, that tightened the scores considerably. So only a plus 25 for Kevin. He certainly would have liked more than that. -1 for Aaron is amazing after being in last practically the entire Hanchan. Loose with the -6.2, also fine. And honestly, -18.1. I mean, if you come in last and all you get is -18.1, you're pretty freaking happy with that. Like, -18.1 would be a pretty good third, honestly.
Yeah, it's just I wonder how Luce's discards looked. I guess throwing that Sotao, Kevin did get a weight improvement, but if you're looking like at a dealer Chinitsu kind of hand, that's just really scary to throw Sotiles into. At least it didn't deal into a double run. That would have been a tragic way to lose first.
Oh, yeah. We do have... Let's see. Sorry, I just got so distracted by 3 different things at once.
I guess
Should point out that was a misclick for Vince.
Yeah.
So yeah, that makes sense. That honestly the most reasonable explanation for what happened there. That really stinks. It does happen online sometimes. It's one of those things that you can't even really be mad about. Like, you know, it's one thing if you make a dumb mistake and deal in, but when you misclick, you just kind of have to tell yourself, well, that's what happens when you're playing at a computer sometimes. Like,
yeah.
it's frustrating, but there's no way to keep it from happening ever. Like, it will just happen on its own. But the stats here are not... well, okay, now they are updated. Everything fresh now. So Luce is going to be finishing out this session with a 53-point lead on second. For some reason I was thinking Max was at 10 games, not 11 earlier, but their table isn't playing tonight. So I'm just tripping.
I think Luce was at 10 before, but then they did the 2 games and now they're 12.
But that was a nice little result in the final Hanshan for Kevin. Every little bit's gonna count. Just keep creeping away from the demotion line is gonna be his goal. Everyone else fared pretty okay here. Aaron did drop some, but you're still at plus 35.9, a solid 120 away from the demotion zone. So, you can feel pretty good. Just try and stay steady. Maybe make a push towards the top, but whatever you do, just don't fall to the bottom. Vince at negative 4.3 started around the same spot. I feel got some positives and negatives in these last couple of Hanshan. I do believe we will be switching to a. Okay. Thank you, Red Zone, checking the efficiency trainer for us there. That wild so shape was in fact still Ishanten. We are switching over to B3 here. We're going to be watching Eric, Kevin, James, and Amari.
Yeah, I feel like with a shape like that, if I was Tenpai, obviously I have the Rishi button. I just hit the Rishi button just to
リーチ
secure a Tenpai and not just accidentally throw it away.
Now this Tempai that Amari has just called Ricci on is so much nicer than any of the Riccis we saw at that last A1 table. It was like everybody was struggling to make literally anything at this table. And the first hand we walk in here, we see a San Minchan Pinfu with a possible doorway.
Ipatsumo.
It's the Ipatsumo.
Richi Patsumo Pinfu and Uro to make it a Mongon. Great hand to pull away from the pack.
So coming in at the perfect time to see her take a little bit of a lead. We're gonna switch over to Amari's dealership now.
A little pair heavy, but with a Dora in the 2 Dora. Maybe go for that Chitoy.
Chitoy.
Or maybe just force the Tanyo. I prefer that route.
I'm gonna start the Chitoy watch. You can get out of here with that Tanya bull crap.
Ugh. Chitoy is the best path to Ishanten Hell.
It really is. It's so easy to get stuck there. We do have Eric on the right, getting some good draws here. Has a pair of the Haku, has a couple of Anko.
Let's see. This is just 7 distinct terminals on the left. Definitely not really. It could get to Kokoshi, but there's a pair.
I mean, sometimes you just aren't really happy with your Hypie, and you just start tossing stuff. And here we do have 2 complete shapes and a pair up. Like now you could call the East, start discarding honors. Maybe you end up getting something.
Yeah, it could be like a possible folding, but there's also the turn 1 door drop. It's a little unfortunate now that you have that. Yeah, you call that East. You don't have that Dora usage. Throwing away the 3-mon pair and getting another pair immediately. And throwing away another pair, yeah.
This is why you gotta trust in the Chitoy. Chitoy will come.
Each.
Well, I like at least hedge, Chitoy, throw away the 9-pin first, and you still have both of those pairs.
What a wait. Okay. Eric with the 7-mon weight, none left in the wall. 1 across the table in Kevin's hand, 1 on the left in James's hand. Not 1, 3, I should say. So all of the 7-mon currently being held.
A great tile for the dealer to pick up. So what is this? I think still 2 Shanten, but Tanyo Dora 2 as the dealer. Definitely take that if you can get it, even against a Ricci.
And they don't know this, but
Boom.
it is a pretty unfortunate Ricci.
Oh. Pawning the 7 so, but that 5/6 Ryman needs to fill in.
That's a call. That's a call that is like very obviously inefficient, but I love to take for each
Yeah.
on 10. Like
who? Well, there's no more 7 so's, but who would expect dealing in on the last 7 so?
right. The 4 so will deal in now though.
Yeah, especially with having the Dora pair and the temptation to get that Ryanman might be too great. And it's also Nakasuji to the Ricci.
Chi.
Okay. Now, according to how Kevin gets to Tenpai, could it? Oh no, that's the wrong way to get there.
Oh no! And there was the 4 the Suji, and Ura 2 50 Fu, very punishing. Just ugh.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. You got to Tenpai. You had to throw away the 7-mon to take it.
And it was Suji, but that dealt in. Not always safe. Dealer with 1 Dora in their hand. No one else has any yet. It's also their seat win, so if they get 1, can call it. That's going to be absolutely massive for them. Plus a lot of Ryman. Pretty good starting head. Is it just me or is Oh, there we go. Seemed to be a bit of a lag.
Oop. Nathaniel was probably just checking Discord real quick. There was a few pigs. Hop over. That takes away our view. Everyone on Twitch would have been fine. Just us who wasn't seeing what was going on.
Yeah, I wasn't hearing you, so I was like, your mic was like on. It was like, it seems like maybe a little bit of an internet problem here, but I guess we're back now.
Well, I screwed up. I muted. I started typing, and then I realized that my microphone is literally hovering above my keyboard. So like I like clicked the button on top of my mic to mute it. We just really left you in the lurch there, Dustin. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for that. We all abandoned you. We're back though. Don't worry.
Oh, this
Ricci now.
Early Ricci. Oh, were they? Oh. I thought she was the dealer, but I guess was not. Oh, Dama. Yeah, Dama Tenpai for just 5 on would be no Yaku, but Green Dragon could easily come out of the dealer's hand. Would just be the Green Dragon, but you got to secure the Ricci stick as well.
Would be a nice
reach?
little
Oh,
pickup.
throws away the Green Dragon.
Yeah,
Just not wanting to risk it necessarily.
Well, the 3-mon was safe.
Oh, it wasn't?
Yeah, it had just been discarded by Great Bit, by James.
Maybe looking to get the Pinfui Peiko. Oh,
No.
There's the 1 so.
Yeah, it's a early Ricci with a 3-sided weight. Not Pinfu, but it does get the Ura for the bump. At least they didn't donate a Ricci stick as well. Oh, the Mochi Mochi and the Green Dragon already. And 4 pairs could avoid that. Oh. Yeah, definitely go for Honitsu or the, what's it called? Chitoi here. That was a 5th pair. Maybe just throw the 2-mon first just to think about it, you know? Oh, but that would have been Chitoi Tenpai, but do you really want I guess it's not the worst thing this early, but you definitely would not keep those like either of those Mon tiles when you could get
Y-
the half
Yeah.
flush like that. So just a little unfortunate.
Yeah, this hand, I mean, this hand's just kind of awkward. Even for the Honitsu, the shapes aren't great. Like, but the Cheetoy is so worthless. That's the only thing.
I can't believe you'd say that, Tucker. Cheetoy worthless. Yeah, especially with throwing away the Dora first.
Yeah, I mean, that's the real con here.
And it being Sanzo as well.
The Hatsu Mochi Mochi is gonna hurt as well. Now there's Cheetoy Ishan 10 for Amari across the way. Not gonna take it. What would be the effective way to take that? What would you have to do?
Throwing the 4-pin, because there's an Anko of those.
Yeah, four pin would be a perfectly fine discard. It's not like it's helping your hand right now anyway. So I would have liked that 4-pin discard. I was just trying to think of a way that, I mean, because it's not Ishan 10 for a normal hand either.
Yeah.
So it's only Ishan 10 for Cheetoy with that 6 so.
I guess the 4-pin is just in case you just draw those Ankos. Oh, but
no Pwn. Kind of surprised there. Would a Pwn would have helped Kevin. And now it's going to get skipped as the 4-so gets called. Now we have a Yakuless Tenpai from James waiting on 1-pin, 4-pin.
Each.
Oh, and a Ricci. You could Chi this, and that is Tenpai. Which Tenpai do you take? The 1-pin Green Dragon. See, there's just one 1-pin left. And the one that comes out.
That's going to deal in.
It is just, 40 Fu and the dealer bump, so it actually gets to 3,900, which is pretty nice. And you get a dealer repeat, and get very close to 30,000, and you get rewarded with an Anko of the Red Dragon and a Dora. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, I mean, call and go.
Yeah.
Get in, get out, take your points, and leave.
Draw the 1-so, you get the Sanchuku Doko. That's a little unrealistic. And just Ishanten already.
I mean, okay, so here's the question. If the 1-pin or the 1-mon comes out, can you just pawn it? Like, does Flowbook 1 say you can start pawning for Sanchoku Doko before you even have one of the other, like, when you're totally missing a suit? Here,
Absolutely.
obviously, Kevin's just going to take the Tenpai
it.
here. You see it coming, you know.
And that 5-mon is lonely, but it is door adjacent, so James might just keep it in. But another Sotile, maybe thinking Honitsu, but it's a little...
I mean, you're in an awkward situation where you see no Monzu discarded by Kevin, and you might be worried about a Chinitsu or a Honitsu, and you end up discarding the 5-mon early, trying to Sakagiri it and deal in. You just don't expect a Tenpai just so fast here.
Yeah, they have to know something funny is happening with the 1-mon pawn, and they do avoid throwing that because they get the Dora, so they just get to keep that shape.
Good draws for Eric on the left. Still 2 Shanten, though.
Yeah, not a bad 2 Shanten, though. Could even incorporate another Dora as the pair.
All right, Ishanten now for Eric.
So just one more 5-mon, but will... Oh, there it is.
There it is.
But...
Eh.
Throws away the 1 from the 1-1-2-3 shape for now.
An interesting 7-mon discard for Eric there. If you draw 4-mon now, you can't accept it into your hand. That 7-mon was what was keeping more Dora acceptance for you.
Right. There's Tenpai. 2-pin 8-so. No 2-pins left. Oh, this 2-pin. Yeah, the shift. Oh, and it deals in.
I mean, that's a pretty natural shift to take. It doesn't really matter. Like,
yeah. I mean,
It's almost just like Mahjong common sense to a certain point. Like if you have the decision between an inner tile and an outside
Boom.
tile, you make that shift just for typical safety, but it ends up hurting in this case.
Yeah, both safety and like not eliminating Suji. I guess
I can't.
unless it was like recently discarded, you definitely go with the 5-pin instead. Or well, the if the 5-pin was recently discarded, you definitely go for that, just because of it being Genbutsu. But I don't think that was the case. So the Yakoi
too.
pawn already for the dealer, but the shape's not being too great.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the best times to call though. Your shapes are bad. It's gonna be so hard to get to Tenpai closed.
Yeah, in your last dealership, got a lot of room to make up. You just kind of have to force a hand sometimes like that. But hopefully you can.
Once you get past all of the tile efficiency stuff in Riichi Mahjong strategy, one of the points that the author makes there, and I forget for the life of me their name right now, is that it's really super incredibly hard to get to Tenpai closed. Like on average, you're only going to be the first person to Tenpai 1/4 of the time. So calling really is the most efficient way to speed that up. And when you have bad shapes, it is even more necessary that you do so. I mean, we see here, even with the call, and obviously being willing to call more, we're still 2 Shanten. Or is this even 3 Shanten? Like, do we have enough shapes? 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is 3 Shanten. Like, this hand is just gross. But you gotta do something if you want to win, especially in such a deep hole in South 3.
Yeah, there was a recent door drop, but it was not called, so at least that dealer Mongon thread is not out there.
Dama on the right from Amari in first place, not wanting to toss out the Champone weight. I
think
really would have liked
It's more
the,
of a there's a 3-4-5 Sanchoku shift, so I could definitely see Dama waiting for that
Gee.
value.
so unlikely to get that. Although if you draw the 4-peen, that would also give you Pinfu, but still, like the West, even like especially with one cut, I really would have liked 7-peen Riichi waiting on Sha and 5-peen.
Each.
There's another Tenpai though. Riichi waiting on 1-mon 4-mon. That is Riichi Pinfu on the left for Kevin.
Yeah, maybe just not wanting to like I say not wanting to lock yourself into Riichi, but here it comes.
Yep, and this is going to be a 6-pin wait. Or, yeah, 6-pin. And there's only one of those left in the wall.
And it's the door of Suji, so not looking a great tile to toss, and it being a middle tile as well. And there's that 6-pin, but I guess you keep that.
God, this is such a rough situation for James. Like, you have nothing, and you have all these dangerous tiles in your hand.
And there's the Nakasuji, which might cause someone to deal in on that 6-pin. Ooh, what do you throw here?
I mean, 4-mon, right? No, it doesn't. I mean, the 4-mon's dangerous as, like, all get out.
It is near the 3-mon Riichi tile.
I mean, the only way you don't deal in at this point is if you get to Tenpai drawing 5-peen and you discard the 3-peen, which is safe. So like the 3-peen's good. You could chi the 5. Oh, but that's gonna be a sumo.
See, Riichi, Pinfu, Sumo, Nora, but that does take away the possibility for a comeback here for James. I guess we need what, a Hanemon direct on Kevin to get a placement shift?
Yeah, Hanemon direct on Kevin is minimum necessary for a placement shift. Although, at this point, honestly, because of the floating Uma, you would take kind of any hit on Kevin.
Yeah, that is absolutely right.
Dropping Kevin below 30k would end up netting you really 5,000 points. just in the UMA change, you would go from a negative 20 UMA for being the only person below 30k to a negative 15.
Yeah, sadly, a 2 Han Suma would leave them exactly at 30k. But if you use that Dora, Richi Sumo, and Dora would be enough to do that. But throws a Dora out.
We have
Doesn't
Mochi.
want.
We have Mochi Mochi on the Souths here. Both Amari and Kevin with 2 each.
Yeah, lots of Penchan or Kanchan shapes from Mars hand. Not looking great. Not what you want to see. Might see a shift to the Honitsu here. Not necessarily committing, but there's always the possibility.
Could call this. Doesn't. Passes the 2-mon pawn.
Yeah, perhaps not that greedy. Maybe even they might just fold out, as we saw from Loose earlier, to secure that first place Uma. But for now, Hanitsu looking more and more likely. Or even Chito, there's 4 pairs. It'd be kind of sad to not have. I guess even you call. Well, if someone doesn't throw the South, then it's just gonna be Makahan.
We could extend that Chitoy watch to Eric as well, who also has 4 pairs now. Although Eric's hand could very easily become normal if you finish any of those runs. Just isn't doing so currently. Could call this even for kind of an awkward Tanyao. Doesn't.
Yeah, you could secure second, but maybe just looking to get that first.
I mean, there's no danger of coming in last. You'd have to direct hit Baimon deal in. So there's not a lot keeping you from really pushing here. And especially for Eric,
Oh,
like Eric
The
needs
6-7
about
so backfire.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. It made sense though as a discard. Eric would really. Oh, there's Chitoy, Honitsu, Chitoy, Ishanten now for Amari.
Hmm.
One so rather Anko for Eric.
That is not Tenpai yet.
All right, taking the normal hand now. Cutting down to 5 shapes, taking our 2 Shanten, but it's a very, very nice 2 Shanten. There's an Anko for Amari.
The Green Dragon's not been dropped yet, has it?
No, it is not. Neither has the South, as we mentioned. That was Mochi Mochi across the table with Kevin. I wonder about the 2-mon drop, though. I feel like I would have rather dropped 9-mon there. I like the ability to call the 2-mon, even with one already gone.
Well, 9-mon is the Dora. I guess I do see, like, yeah, definitely throw, like, 6 or 8 just to, like, hedge the Chitoy or... Definitely call the 7-mon here, right? Yeah.
Yeah, 7, 8, 9.
Oh,
yeah.
no?
Oh, God. Doesn't want it. Yeah, I would have dropped the 6-mon last turn if I noticed the Dora. But here, I mean, the 7, 8, 9 chi, I feel like really benefits your hand.
Like,
the 7-mon...
Yeah, I guess... I could see it if you, like, still had the Chitoy possibility open, but with 4 pairs now, it's...
Yeah, the thing to think about here, what you always kind of have to think about with calling is, like, what does calling gain you? And in this case, calling gains you Tenpai. And Tenpai is good. And that's what we want. Like, or I guess it would have been Tenpai. It would have been a good Ishanten.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was Tenpai. This is Ishanten now, but...
I misspoke.
I mean, it would also confirm the Dora. I guess maybe looking to get a closed hand for a lot of value, or maybe even just looking to fold out and do that, just confirm first place.
And there's nothing wrong with that, especially now that we have a Ricci across the way from Kevin. Are we going to see like a 3-mon or a 6-mon discard here? Just go as safe as possible. Tossing the South, which is totally live.
Yeah, it's not the worst when you have 2 of them, but you do have a safe tile if you are going to be folding. Yeah, 2 safe tiles, even both the 3 and the 6.
Yeah, like what makes the South feel particularly bad at this point, I think, is just the fact that we're in the 3rd row. Like such a late Ricci. It's really easy to imagine that being a Shanpon wait, including the South that had been waiting to open the whole hand and just never got there. And very easily could have been that, but just happened to draw into a run weight instead. That is
Yeah.
Ricci Nolmi.
In fact, that was an option that they just took the 5/6 Ryman instead. I guess.
Would the South have been enough to?
Ricci,
Yeah,
Patsu, South. With Ura, definitely.
yeah. I mean, that would get. I mean, you'd have a shot at first there. I feel like taking the Champon could have made a lot of sense. That's a really hard call to make, though.
Yeah, I'd probably take the Champon.
But here's the issue. Okay, 3 people, not Tenpai, so you're safe. Like, it would have been really rough if, well, I guess if everyone's Tenpai, the game doesn't end, but then you'd be below 30k. But as it is, it's perfectly fine. We're gonna end up with the positions and the relative point values not changing at all here. This will be a very nice first for Amari. Eric with a second, Kevin with a third, all positive. So good results for all of them. And then unfortunately, James just kind of left with the negative 40 there.
Yeah, and Red Zone did point out in the chat that Ricci did put them below 30k. So that could have been the -5 from the UMA, but thankfully it does not hurt them.
Let's see, how many people are in B3 this season? 36? Is that right? Yes, 36 people in B3. Oh right, there's no demotions. It's B3. I was sitting over here trying to figure out whether -121, like whether 30th, 34th, whatever, like down there would be in demotion zone, but there's no division below B3. It's interesting though, B3, I mean, these scores at the bottom of B3 are really the same as at the bottom of every other division, even though there's like almost twice as many people in it.
They're even better actually. The person in last is the lowest negative out of all of the divisions. So no one's like losing a lot more points than anyone else in particular.
Right. It's just, I mean, there's just so many people. And that's where a division like B3 can be just so kind of buck wild. Like you see in here names that you might recognize. I mean, there's a lot of people in B3 that have been in ARML since the start and have just been kind of kicking it around down here, maybe just demoted from B2, players who you know have a lot of experience but have maybe gotten unlucky. New people like William and Harrison are both names that I can see towards like in 12th and 15th there. Both very good players, but just joined this season for the first time, I believe.
Yeah, and then there's Alon, who's new to ARML this season, but was at WRC.
Yeah, and that's and one of the fun things too is we get to see and Jessa in 26th here on the United States IORMC team. So, you know, no shortage of talent here in B3 and a lot of people that perhaps we don't know who are even better than we could imagine. And it's going to be great over the next few seasons getting to see everybody kind of progress and get better and see who rises to the top.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the condition is to create a C League, but I believe there is one. It might be like if there was to be 40 people in B3, that seems like it'd be about right because you just break that into 2 divisions of 20.
Yeah, 36 seems like an absolute maximum for a division. I do know that we have several people already signed up for the Winter League. I say several. I don't know exactly how many it is. More than one. So, you know, according to how if people go on hiatuses, stuff like that, very possible we could end up with a beta league next season to split into B3 and C1.
You know, you mention it, or did you? I don't even. What would the term be for the C League? Alpha and Beta.
For the Sealy?
Yeah, I think it wouldn't be
I mean, it would be
B4. I think it would
C.
go to but like
It'd be
the
B3C1, right?
oh yeah, I was just thinking like the what's it called, Latin term
Greek, you mean?
of Greek. Yeah.
Alpha, beta, something. Gamma? Does gamma come? No. Does gamma come after beta?
Or that would be G. There might not be. I don't know. It's not that
There
important
might-
right now.
Delta? Delta's gotta be close, right? Like,
Yeah.
right, like,
But what is C? We don't know.
I don't know. I studied enough philosophy that I should know Greek letters. I mean, I'm a mathematician and I did philosophy. Like, all the Greek we did, I could not tell you what comes after beta. Gamma feels right though. Like, I know it's kind of like our cognate for G, but like it is instinctually what comes next.
All right. It's just like thinking too much like the regular alphabet we're used to. I guess there isn't like a C. I'm looking up. Looks like it is gamma that's next.
Hell yeah. Based. That is gonna be my biggest win of the week. Thank you very much. Since I got that Greek letter correct, you can expect all last places from me in Cincinnati.
Well, we'll see. I might, prevent that from happening one way or the other.
Hey, as long as I'm sitting to your left, I feel pretty confident.
We'll see. We'll see.
All right, we got the next game starting here. Amari is going to be our first dealer. This hand is okay.
Yeah, that's
It's
a
fine.
Dora. The Shanten was that 2 Shanten? Yeah, if you draw perfectly, you get a Riichi Pinfu Dora.
ポン
We already have Ishan 10 for James on the left. With 2 Dora, no less. I mean, you take Otazuke, right? Like, if a 6-0 comes out, call it, ditch 9-0, take Dora to Otazuke? Surely, right?
Depends on who I'm playing with. I guess 6-0 is not a great like hand that makes you think there's something, or a call that makes you think there's an Otazuke necessarily. Did they have? I guess we might not have been there when the first East came out, or if they even had that East pair at that time. But I would definitely call that with 2 Dora in hand.
We were still talking about Greek letters, so we missed it. Ishan 10 now for the dealer.
I don't. No, now it's Ishanten.
It was Ishan 10. Draw 7-so, drop 3P, Avenue Champon, or draw anything around the 3-4-4 shape, and you have Pinchot.
But I think they had a 3-4. I guess it was. Yeah, that would just be the Ryman instead.
Kevin's hand, like, if you don't look at the Monzu, that hand looks so nice. But the Monzu shapes are just really struggling. We have Eric across the table going for Toy Toy. Ishan 10 for that.
Yeah, the tiles are not the greatest ones to call, but it could still win. It's kind of not so great in when you have red 5s on, but 2 Han, usually at least 40 Fu. It's okay in Akanashi. Because the tiles are so hard to call though, I don't know if I'd go for that, especially with the 9-pin open makes it look like something suspicious is going on.
I mean, shoot, though. You see James on the left. Like, James has been Ishan 10 since turn 3. Nothing but Tadashi.
Yeah, sadly, no East to confirm a Yaku and Dora 2 either.
Dropping the 3-mon. You know, sometimes you drop something from your hand just because it makes you feel a little better. Hey, I didn't Tadashi the whole time. You gotta take Dora, right? No, doesn't.
カン
Does not want to open this hand. We're seeing a lot of... Oh, Khan! 9-peen Khan for Eric. Flips the 7-peen as Dora. Helps both Kevin and the dealer.
It's like, I think I might be a little behind. Oh, wait, oh, I'm watching the stream. That's why I'm behind.
You started watching the Twitch and not the Discord?
Yeah, it's like what's this COD? Okay,
And I
now,
was
now
even
I'm
late.
back in real time.
I was even late to call the con too. I felt really bad for how
Oh,
long it took me
maybe
to say
that's
con.
why I thought the dealer was not Ishanten yet, because I was watching the delayed stream.
Oh,
Anyway,
you know what? That makes so much sense. I was
anyway,
really
I'm back
confused
in
by
real
that.
time.
We could have another Tadashi here just for fun. James dropping the 9 so could get
Oh, that is Tenpai.
hey.
Is one pay still left. That's a great wait. If someone draws it, they will probably drop it. Or maybe
It's
not. Well, I
impossible
guess
to lose when you have a pair of Norths.
Each.
There's
guess-
Tenpai on the left for
oh.
James. Do you throw
Oh.
the 1 on?
We
Don't
have-
throw the 7.
Yeah.
4 is Kinbutsu. You can just toss the 4.
Oh, please, of the 7 would be. Oh no!
No.
Honestly, might have just run out of time there.
Yeah, possibly. Yeah. Oh, it dealt into Ipatsu, dealer Ipatsu as well. That has to hurt. At least there was no order to bring it to dealer Mongon, but because it was 340, it was 7,700, almost a Mongon from a normal player.
And we
So-
have the East 1 repeat now for Amari.
Yeah, still a lot of the Hanchan to go and make up those points.
Pair of Hatsu for dealer, and one's gonna come out right now from Kevin.
You just call and go.
Headless Ishanten now.
Draws a 2-pin. You could definitely just throw the 8-so and get the possibility of the Dora. Oh, but does not take that. Maybe just wanting to prevent someone from calling to use the Dora, which I could definitely see that.
Yeah, I often also go for those kind of defensive plays early. Yeah, now tosses the 8 so. Now you have a wider Ishanten here. You can draw, say, even the 3 mon be a good draw to get
Yeah.
you into Tenpai.
It'd be the best draw because then you can wait on Sanso. Oh, there's Tenpai.
That takes away the possibility of the Sanso wait, though. So really, is it even a Tenpai that we can accept when you're losing the Sanso
Oh.
possibility? Picks
Oh,
Forso, which all
Yeah.
of which are in Kevin's hands. Like,
I mean, yeah,
such
you
bad
just
luck.
switch to a better one eventually, but
And Kevin actually Ishanten for Sanshoku.
oh, that would have been sumo. Damn.
Imagine how dirty the 9-pin Chi would have been there. Chi 9-pin, drop Forso, Hellweight Talkie on the 9-pin.
Yeah, it would be so unexpected, but it's like it just opens up your hand, which it doesn't really even help your hand, and then surely you switch
Ooh,
Chonkies here.
Haku.
Oh no?
Not.
I guess usually like the normal play is to like throw the 4-so and then you wait in the 2-so. Would have sumo by now, but just waiting on a less middle tile. Oh, this is surely this is like 369 mon weight, right? And not furry 10. Yeah, takes it.
Yeah, this is a really good upgrade.
Yeah. There's 2 9mon, 1 6, and 1 3 in the wall. But sometimes you can win on an unordinary weight. But now you got a really good one.
I'm just having a hard time seeing the table right now. My eye got really itchy. I'm sorry. I'm not helping.
Oh, you're fine, Tucker. There was a 1-2-3 Sanchoku possibility from the hand of the right, but gets the door pair. You definitely keep that.
Is this okay? 2 Shanten with that call from James on the left. How long can Eric avoid dealing in here? Oh,
Eat.
another 9 so. What a juicy tempai here.
Oh, yeah.
Richi Dora 2.
Double Ron possibility. Someone drops the 3-mon.
And the 3-mon could easily come out of Eric's hand. But Eric just gonna fold here, it looks like. Makes sense.
Would you think early 5-mon, Sotogal? Oh, the 9
No.
deals in and donating the Richi Stick to the dealer. Just 1500, well, 1800 with the Hamba. Not the worst, but not great.
Did you just call the 3-mon Sotagawa?
No, the 5, like, would you throw the 3-mon because of the earlier 5-mon? It was discard?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
Or would you consider? I don't know. There's a lot of factors. 4
There-
pairs for the dealer.
Yeah, we've had for those who aren't familiar, Sotagawa is a term that just means like an outside tile. Typically Sotagawa is used for like there's an early discard of a 2 or a 3 or a 7 or a 8 that tends to make the like outside 1 or 2 tiles safer. We have had some disagreements in commentary and chat about the precise definition of Sotagawa. I have a very limited definition personally, but that is because I'm a very defensive player and I take the definition that gives me the most safety. I have never, however, heard anyone refer to as 5-mon
Gee.
discard making something Sotagawa. So I feel pretty safe warning people off of considering that. But there's your word of the day. Your ARML vocabulary word of the day. Sotagawa. That's an outside tile. So, for example, on the right, Kevin has discarded an early 7 so. That's going to tend to make the 8 so and 9 so safer.
Yeah, I was gonna say earlier, Kevin on the right discarded the Dora pair. I guess must be why
Kang.
Honitsu.
the con. I mean, yeah, but you have the 2 Dora. You go for Honitsu Natsu. Just force it and get the 2 Dora. Honitsu
Just
Dora
the-
2.
Just throw away your 7-mon tiles and you'll be good.
Well, it wasn't 7 at the beginning.
No, this is true. I'm being
Yes.
dramatic.
Yeah, I guess could
pairs.
even just like have the and Sanzo as one of your pairs.
Yeah. Even Dustin will go for Chi Toy when it includes Sanso.
Yeah, you kind of have to at this point.
I mean, especially with 2 shots at Ura. Like that's we talked about this last time we commentated, but I'll say it again. Chi Toy, I feel like is much better in ARML than it is in ranked. Like in ranked Mahjong in both Tenho and Mahjong Soul, there's so many opportunities for value that are added just by having Akka, which is easy to incorporate. But not having any red 5s in ARML makes Chi Toy such a valuable hand, especially when you have lots of shots at Dora or Ura.
Well, there's the 2-3-4 now. Do you try? Definitely. I mean, you could think about it, but like, you don't really want a normal hand at this stage.
Yeah, your shapes are so bad for an old hand. Toss the 7-peen. Yeah, that's fine.
It's
if
like
you draw the
hedging.
7 so, that well, God, but 2 7s are already
Eat.
gone, even with it being Dora. Oh, there's the Richi from James on the left.
Let's see. It's gonna be doesn't go for
5-peen.
the 4-pin Suji waiting for the 7, which is
リーチ
typical, but like I said, unorthodox weights could. Oh, there's Tenpai for the Chi Toy for the dealer.
Gotta
And
choose one.
slams it for the 3-mon. Could have went for the 2-mon
Sumo.
Suchi traps. Oh, there's just a sumo selling the all
Alright.
6.
A lot happening in
Yeah.
one round there. Tenpai sumo.
So it's like, I mean, yeah, they did go. I was gonna say, I really did not like the forcing the Hanitsu, especially since there was no Yakuai. So it was throwing away the 2 Dora to go for Bakahon, which I guess you could have just like went for normal hand as well. They had the Anko, they had could have had the 7 so pair, and there's a 6-7-8 shape, but doesn't work out either way.
And again, for clarification, I believe this was talked about on another broadcast recently. Bakahon is kind of a term of endearment for a Honitsu that does not have a Yakuhai in it or a Dora. so it's only worth 2 Han, like Baka Honitsu, like idiot Honitsu. But when we say Baka Hon, we are by no means calling the person going for the hand an idiot. It's
And-
like it feels bad for a Honitsu to not have any other value. That's all that means.
Yeah, and this Honitsu on the right is definitely not one of those 2 Yakuai calls.
And a very nice Ishan 10 besides.
Yeah, it could even be switching to Tortoy if they get really greedy. Oh,
There's
but there's
Senpai.
Senpai.
Do you tell us 3 mon or 2 mon here?
I guess, yeah, 2. And there's the one.
Oh, and there's the one.
Oh, you never think it's going to be Tenpai that quick, and that's going to be a very fast Mongon.
I mean, you aren't even necessarily thinking that it's a Honitsu at that point. It's only discard 5. I mean, they discarded 2 Sozu, 2 Pinzu, 1 Manzu. Like, it really could be anything.
Yeah, if you are suspecting it, that 2 Mon would be the overflow. But just very unfortunate that it got Tenpai that quickly.
Yeah, I don't think we can blame the deal in there at all. But Eric is going to be our new dealer over here on the right, and that's a pretty good starting hand. Nice middle tiles to create those 5th blocks that you need.
Yeah, could even become a Junchan. Yeah, that 1-3. That would be a great path to value.
Dora's the 6th, though?
Yeah. 2 of those very nice shapes in some of the players' hands. Doesn't believe in the Sanchoku, throws away the 2 Mon, but it's a little far away. Not even a single completed run, so I can see that.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't know like what I would toss with Eric's hand. Like, I'd like to keep the 2 mon for the Sanshoku, but this hand's just so awkward.
Maybe just throw the 6 Mon because it's just floating. It does throw it now.
I mean, the 6 mon's your best middle tile, though. Like, your dealer. I would value a repeat over a Yaku. Like, I would value efficiency over a Yaku as dealer here, especially when we don't feel like we can call easily for that Yaku. It'd be one thing if we had a very clear path to calling for Chanta or Junchan.
Well, there's your call possibility, but does not take it, which is, I think, definitely the right play there.
Yeah, I think
called the previous 2 so as well, even.
The East call now for Kevin on the left will be 2 Shanten now. James has picked up an Anko of the South on the right.
Yeah, decent Ishanten for the dealer now. Could even wait on Sanzo.
So we got a couple of Ishantens. Amari kind of falling behind the Shanten race across the way. Does have one of the Dora 6 though and can accept another. There's not Tenpai, but it's an upgrade.
Yeah, very nice upgrade.
Now perfect Ishanten for James. And for those who are not familiar with the term perfect Ishanten, it just means that no matter what tile you draw or call to get to Tenpai, you would be waiting on a 2-sided wait. And this is a good example. Drew the 6 bean can now discard the 7 mon and has a 3-sided wait actually. 2 mon, 5 mon, 8 mon for Ricci South. And that's it. Ricci South. Good wait though. You take it every time.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, you don't want to throw the 8 mon when it's right next to the Ricci tile, though. With the 7-9, it doesn't feel the worst, but there's the 8 mon though. Not Ipatsu, but Ricci South, Nora. But every bit of those points helps when you're in last place.
And now James gets the dealership. Has 2 Yakuhai to start.
Ooh, double East as well. And a completed run in the Manzu. Very great hand.
Absolutely beautiful. The only thing that might hold you up is Eric has all the honor tiles on the left. He also has, 8 distinct terminals and honors?
Yeah, if he draws another one, might just go for that 13 orphans.
I mean, shoot, might go for 13 orphans anyway.
Right, but there is a Dora, and you do have it on a Ryman now.
Yeah,
so
this
definitely
hand
thinking hard about it.
This hand isn't quite awful enough to go for Kokoshi, I don't think.
Yeah, I guess I could see it, especially since you're first. It's like you can just fold if there's a Reachy or something scary. Like you don't need the points, but if you've got a hand like that,
Oh, and the 7 peen is such a good draw. Really improves his hand. Could even get Itsu in the peen now.
yeah, that would be great. Let's see. No, oh, there is an East. Does it come out now though? Not yet.
Amari's hand, probably my favorite other than dealers at the table here, though. I really love that Monzu shape. The Pinzu can easily at least get more efficient, even if it doesn't improve directly.
Yeah, can get
Sozu
that
needs a little bit of help,
Sanchoku.
but yeah, Sanshoku actually would be perfect. Well, there's a 5-so though. I might just toss the 8-so here. Yeah.
I think yeah, just I guess you could get Ipeco, so I could see like keeping that 7 mon.
With
But
two Dora, you don't have to force the
Gee.
Sanshoku. You've got two Dora and Tanyao. If you can get a Ricci, you've got your Mongon. Like, take the most efficient path, get your Tempai, win the hand. No need to get
Right.
in your own way. Just trying to make a Hanamon when you don't need one. There's the East
Boom.
finally for James. Gonna call it. Now
Yeah.
waiting on the 4-mon.
Was Autozuke, but does get the double East.
I don't know that you can really call it like when you've got two
Yeah.
Yakuhai, it's impossible to end up Atsuzuke. You're either gonna get one of them or you're gonna end up Champon with 2 winning tiles. So it's not like a true Atsuzuke situation, even before you get one.
Yeah, it's just like someone could just be holding onto those tiles.
Ishanten across the table now for Kevin.
And then you can call the White Dragon still.
Yeah,
Get a
absolutely.
2 no baton weight 2 pair.
The 5-mon, 8-mon wait would be a nice place to end up. The 3-peen, yep, cementing the 4-peen pair there. Perfectly fine, makes sense. Still 3 4-mon left in the wall. Oop, that's a nice
Yeah.
4-so draw.
I believe anyone besides Amari drew the 4-mon, they would keep it though.
I mean, Amari
Boom.
could keep the 4-mon even.
And there's that switch. Extra Han, better weight.
This
See.
could be a cheetah Tempai for Amari. Does not take it. Could have cheated 3 4 5-mon, discard the East, and that would have been Tempai for Tanya Aldora 2 waiting on the 7-peen.
Yeah, could be. I could definitely see, wanting that Mongon. But
This tune probably going to feed Eric.
does he want to open against the 3-call, 3 Han at least dealership though? I guess not. And the unfortunate, you get the better weight, but I guess you had to drop the 3-mon with that call. So it's not really important. It just like feels that way.
Each.
And you
Or
definitely did
Ricci.
improve your weight.
Oh, deals in.
5-mon.
Yeah, 3 Han, exactly what James needed, and gets the out of last place even.
Yeah, the Ricci stick didn't go through. So 300 points now separating Kevin and James in 3rd and 4th. So we have a really tight scrum for last and a really tight scrum for first as well. But really, 1st and 2nd are not very far away from 3rd or 4th at all. One dealer Mongon would put James right in range here.
Yeah. Not really looking like a Mongon, but there's a possibility. You get to keep this hand closed. You drew the 5-mon adjacent to the Dora. Although there's only 1 Dora left in the wall though.
2 already in Amari's hand to the right. That's Ishanten, isn't it?
Yeah, draw a 3-pin, ideally. Get that 6-mon, 2-mon weight.
Chi.
With going Autozuke, but definitely worth it. Definitely want to rack up those points, get a more secure, like third or even higher. You don't have a green dragon yet. It's always the possibility of like, what if those last two green dragons are in the wall? Then, best you can get is Tenpai. Let's
Eric
just draw
has
the
made a
Yako Vs.
Tanyao shift on the left. Could also get 5, 6, 7 Chanshoku now.
Yeah, Tanya, Sanchoku Dora. It would be great. 3 Han, even if it's open.
3 Han often thought of as a sort of a nice baseline for opening a hand when red 5s are involved. When there's no red 5s, 3 Han open's just absolutely incredible. That's just a great hand.
Yeah.
This is a shape I never know what to do with. This you have all your blocks. Do you choose the Ryoncon or do you choose the 1-3-3 or 3-3-5 shape? Like which one is better when you're willing to open? Probably the one that you can pull on, right?
Yeah. Normally I would take the 1-3-3, but in this case you keep the 5 because it's Dora adjacent. Unless you are scared of another player being in Tenpai, in which case you want to get rid of it earlier.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. And that got James to Ishanten. No one Tenpai yet.
Yeah, still no green dragon showing up.
That 6-0 helps out Kevin across the table. That's Ishanten for him now. Well, wait, hold on. Is it? No, it's still 2 Shanten. Jeez. Just too many Ryanmen. Overflowing with Ryanmen. That is Ishanten for Eric on the left.
His 7-pin might come out from Eric eventually. There's an improved Ishanten here.
In what situation would Eric drop a 7-pin? Surely the Tumon goes first, right?
Yeah, I guess in this case, no, they would just have the 5-pin, 7-pin wait. Oh, there's Tenpai for the dealer.
It's Yakulus though.
Yeah.
You can. Oh wait, no, it's not. You've got the 6-pin, so you do have your Otozuke. God, I just totally missed the pair of 6-pin in hand.
I mean, yeah, still Otozuke though. I guess there's no risk of Furiton since the other 2 6-pins. At least not, permanent Furiton, since the other 2 6-pins are in other players' hands.
That's Tenpai on the right.
Finally Tenpai, yeah. Richidora 2, absolutely take it. Just one of the weights are visible. But
kind of
the more likely weight,
2 of them are.
Oh, yeah, both of them.
Yeah.
I didn't see the Chi. So it'll be Richidora 3 if they do get it. What is there? Yeah, one more Dora still in the wall.
So it can happen.
Oh, and there's the Dora, but surely you do not. I know you want your dealership, but the Dora into the
you toss the 3-mon, right?
Like, oh yeah, you can switch them out. No, it deals in. Oh no,
it comes out. Richidora 3. No Ura though, so just a Mongon, but that hit is going to hurt, and that's going to send James into last and Amari into first.
A really unfortunate thing to not notice. I guess might not have saw it. It was the Dora. Even if you definitely you shift because 3-mon's less likely, in most situations to deal in than like a 6-mon. But might have just like autopilot. I got my Tenpai. I want my Tenpai. Just a little unfortunate with that Mongon deal in. Especially after they worked up to 3rd place.
It's also rough in Tenho too. Like, if you are playing any defense, like playing defense takes more time than offense does, just in general. And it's so easy to be thinking really hard about what is the best discard here. Should I push? Should I not? And just not even realize that your time's run out. Like the Tenho little beepy noise could go unnoticed. You have any other sounds playing. So also could have just run out of time and sumo giried for that reason. We do have a Chitoy watch here. This is 5 pairs, including a Dora for Amari. So, I mean, Chitoy all the way.
Oh.
No!
Oh.
Dora just getting no respect here.
Yeah, it's not. Maybe it's just because it's not shiny on Tenno. It's not as appealing.
Oh, I love Chitoy Dora too.
And the
Is
even
just
more
so
unfortunate
nice.
discard is throwing away the Sanzo, which means you can't wait on Sanzo.
I mean, is there really anything more tragic?
If Sanzo was also the Dora.
Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. What I said was silly. You are absolutely correct. Not being able to wait on Sanzo, not Dora, is just like the same level of tragic as like I don't know, Titanic, and Dora Sanzo not being able to be your weight is like when a dog dies in a movie. Like that I think is our relative amounts of sadness here. We are gonna have a pawn from Amari on the Haku. Perfectly fine. Two
Yeah,
Shanten now. Can get Toy Toy. Could be a very valuable hand.
it could, but those tiles are so hard to call for Toto. Although there's one of them.
You can still chi though. Even you have your Toy Toy Ishanten, but
Yeah, at this
if
point,
a
I'm
4-mon or
committed.
7-mon comes out, you're saying you wouldn't take a 4-mon chi?
No, I want that value.
Ah, but your dealer repeat.
But dealer, oh well, there. I guess. Well,
There's 7-mon.
I guess. Oh, I would take. I would take
Mm.
the. Oh, there's a Ricci. Oh, you could take the 5, 5, 6, 6, 7 and still upgrade to Toy Toy, but this is okay too.
So Kevin on the right, waiting 4-pin, 7-pin. Ricci Penfu Dora 1. Amari got Haku only.
Throws up the 6-pin, sets up the 3-pin Suji trap. Although that would actually. That's not a double. 4, 7 pin. A lot of those. Well, not a lot. It's like half of those are left in the wall.
Amari committed to just pushing here. Ooh, there's Dora.
Yep. Keep the Dora.
Could
Keep the
toss
Dora.
5-mon.
Although I guess. Ooh, throws the Dora out. I guess it is.
Yeet.
It just. You don't need the Dora.
リーチ
You just need your dealership. Oh, but the deal's in.
There's the 7-pin.
Ricci, Pinfu, Dora, Nora. But a decent hand, getting about. Closing the distance about halfway to 30,000.
Right, and perhaps more importantly for Kevin here, getting more distance from James. That 15k is a lot better than 7k.
Yeah.
And starting out here,
Yeah. Red Dragon Onko, pair of the Souths. Very nice. Call the South here? Yeah. Little hard to make like a Honitsu here, but I guess you just take your double Yakuai, your dealer repeat. Yeah, I was going to say before, James still has, he's the last dealer. He has all the time in the world, in theory, to come back. We'll see what he does when he gets to that point.
looking around the table, I guess Eric could call the Hatsu and that would help him keep up. But really, gonna be kind of difficult for people to keep up with Kevin here.
Yeah, there's definitely incentive to, though, since he is in first and probably just wants to secure. Actually, no, he's not in first. Amari is.
He's in third.
Yeah. So not too far away from first, though. It could
Eric
even
getting
get that
very nice
Honitsu.
draws. Yeah, for sure.
Honitsu, Green Dragon. That would be enough to get you to first. Oh, but there's
That would
also the
require
door in
you
your
to-
hand.
Yeah, that Dora 5-pin. It just feel like Dora 5s just feel like surely this tile will become useful, right? Right?
Surely.
Just need to draw anything from 3 to 7.
And if you throw it, it could be pawned by Amari. I definitely do that. Though you have to get rid of those 1-sos, but just having 3 door on the board.
Shoot, Sanchoku Doko.
Yeah. It would kind of like destroy a bit of your hand, but that is let's see the pawn.
I mean, it's worth it.
Definitely, yeah.
God is thinking about it. Takes it. Gotta toss the one so now, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Unless you want a
I guess
Toy, but
yeah, you could
Toy
go
Toy,
Toy, but that would have
Doko,
been.
Dora 3. That's a
Oh my
Hanamon right there. We
god.
don't need those points,
Hey,
but
draw the 5 peen, call Khan, get Rinshan, flip more Dora, get a Paimon. Just do it.
Chi.
There's the
definitely.
Chi. So Amari going very quickly from Tanyao Dora 2 to Tanyao Dora 3 Ishanten now.
Yeah, might be hard to finish because that Mon shape is not complete and two hands are very heavily holding the Mon tiles.
However, this is also what we call a Kutsuki Ishanten though, where like if you draw anything near the 6 peen, which is just kind of a floating middle tile, you will get Tempai. So I mean, it's going to be
Yeah.
hard to draw around the 6 peen with so many 7 peen, 8 peen, and 5 peen gone.
And
but
if you do get the 7 pin, it would be Furry 10.
that is true, because you'd be waiting on 5 and 8, and you've discarded an 8. Eric Tempai waiting on the 6 on the right for Hatsunomi. And then
Yeah.
Headless Ishanten for Kevin.
The hand does have Sanzo, but it does not have a lot of value. And this temp
There's Tempai. Oh no, missed it.
unfortunate.
Sometimes it's so easy to be thinking in your head, okay, I need 2 or 5, 2 or 5. Like, to finish my runs, this is what I need. And to just totally miss what would get you to Tempai. And incredible! Amari gets to Tempai, Kanchan waiting on the 3-mon, and then Kevin cheese the 2-peen and drops the 4-mon.
Oh, but the 7 you can't throw the 7 pin, it'd be Furry 10.
Yep, the 3-mon. God, can this 3-mon hold out? It's the only way a deal in would occur. All the rest of the 3-mon are in James's hand across the way, and I don't see why he would drop one.
If you just instead of the 3-pin, too many pairs. 3-pin is near the Dora, so it would be more dangerous to drop. But I guess you could just have like you just throw the 1/2 mon, just keep the Anko with 3-mon. Oh, throws the 3-pin, but that it's well.
Kevin just keeps drawing impossible talkies here.
Ricci, 4 7-pin. How many are left?
1 7-peen, 2 4-peen. No, 1
just
4-peen.
one, since 4-pin's a door indicator.
See, the 6-mon would be Furriton.
Oh, and
but
it's
no,
3
it's a 3-mon anyway.
Oh no, so unfortunate. I guess were they weren't Tenpai before when they had the 4-mon pair and missed the Tenpai, were they?
If they had discarded the 3-mon, they would have been Tenpai, waiting on 2-peen, 5-peen.
Yeah, but I don't think the Tanyao Dora 3 hand was Tenpai yet at that point.
No, it was not. It was not. The Tenpai happened like a couple turns later.
Yeah, just very unfortunate.
The Tenpai happened when Amari discarded the 2-peen to get to Tenpai, and that's when Kevin called it. But with that 8K deal in, James with a much better shot of getting out of last here. So we'll see what he does with this kind of change of fortune. 5-so Dora, which Eric has one of.
And James is 2 of them. It'd be a great start to getting to out of last.
I mean, Amari was a very interesting hand. 4 pairs. So we'll put up the Chitoy watch, but also a Honitsu watch here. Could call this East and be so quick. I mean, Honitsu just looks so fast with this hand.
Yeah. 2, 3, 4 Sanchoku possibility on the left. That would be nice. Although, it's reading the 4, so it's part of their hand, but it's the Dora indicator. So a little far away, but
I mean, still, it's not bad. Like
yeah,
it's definitely something you're thinking about here.
Definitely the possibility, but it wasn't as good looking as I thought it was.
Actually, Amari could end up Chanta. Chi the 7-peen, drop the 5-peen,
And there's
or
your
even
white
Chi the
dragon.
9-so.
You have to take that one. Yeah. There bit of a delay, but does take it.
Drop 5-peen?
I just throw at this point I'm going Honitsu, yeah.
I mean, in any other situation,
I guess
I would, but in first, like 5-peen is just such a good Ishan 10 because you could Chi 7-peen, you can pull an 8-peen, you can pull a 9-peen, you could Chi 6-so, you could Chi 9-so. Like it gives you so many options. You don't super need the value. You really just want to end Eric's dealership.
well, true
But Honitsu's
in
good.
normal situations, but Amari has a lot of points to make up if they want to promote. So even without me just being normally greedy, I definitely want that extra value.
Yeah, that does certainly make sense. Need about 160 points to get into the promotion zone currently.
Plus the possibility of dropping someone, well, Eric rather, below 30k for the extra Uma. Although
There's the
Fumihan is
9-so.
not going to be a lot for that, but every bit counts.
James has started the opening to get that Tanya Aldora 2. Ishan 10.
And there's a
Pole
Tenpai.
mouth.
Oh,
And that 6-peen.
It could
Well,
stay in. It's you don't want to throw another 3 Kolinitsu of those pins, but thankfully not the pins that deal in.
starting with the 1-peen for now. Oh God, do you take this for holding 2 Toy Toy?
I mean, they take it. Let's go. Yeah.
The Hadaka Tanki, the 1 tile wait for your pair. Everything else revealed.
I mean, it is. What is this? I guess it does upgrade to Mongon, but I normally, if I was going to do that, it'd have to be at least like Hanemon, but it's still an upgrade.
I mean, imagine discarding the 5-peen there and switching to the 9-mon wait. How just absolutely brutal would that be?
That would be pretty brutal, but it's also like a hell weight, so it's like, yeah, someone would definitely throw it, but just one of those left.
You can see Kevin on the left really thinking about this South. There's 2 already discarded, but and this is the power of the Hadaka Tanki. This is Tenpai on the right for James though. Discard a 6-so, and you're waiting 4-7.
Oh, this was a Hadaka Tanki!
Oh my God!
Haku, Honitsu. Absolutely massive.
Amari just has all of the flow right now.
It's straight out of flow book. Call to invigorate the table. You have 1 tile to draw or to drop. You just sumo it 5-pin.
Hey, that's not invigorating the table. That's invigorating the wall. No one else got invigorated except for Amari. That was all totally independent invigoration.
Well, the wall is part of the table.
Is the wall part of the table? Really? I feel like the wall's above the table. I feel like when you say table, you're really talking about the people. Like, I feel like it's a synecdoche that we don't really think about much.
It's everything is part of the table, you see.
Oh, all things. So you're taking a very like pantheistic approach to Mahjong here. An early pawn of the Haku for Amari. And the Hatsu early call for Eric. Eric, not able to catch Amari at this point, just wants to keep James from going on some sort of run that might pull Eric beneath 30k. Kevin, also incentivized to take a quick hand here, already Tenpai waiting on the 6-peen. The 6-peen, though, locked up in James's hand now with that 5-peen draw. And the 7-peen locking the 6-peen up into Amari's hand. So it's going to make it a little bit tougher for Kevin to win, but Kevin just wanting to end things that James does not overtake third.
Yeah. And there's the Sanzo. Yeah, is this... I think that could have been Ishanten. It would not have been a great Ishanten. You can... Does this call help? I guess... Does? Yeah.
Yeah, it does. you're Ishan 10 now. You have Tanya Aldora 1. You have no choice but to go on a massive
Gee.
run. So you might as well
Yeah.
take it. Tenpai for Eric on the left, waiting on 3-peen,
Oh.
6-peen.
You
Tenpai
could
now
take
for
this
James,
Tenpai, but
waiting
it's
on the
so
Formon.
bad.
No! But I mean, but your dealer, like
No, but you have your Tenpai and the Formon, but you have the pawn of the Formon.
oh shit.
It's like yeah,
I
yeah.
totally missed the pawn.
I
I'm
mean, yeah,
sorry.
I mean, so I guess if it wasn't in the Kevin's hand, it could be thrown because who's gonna expect to deal it to the last 4? But
I did that in a Sanma game earlier.
Sumo.
Oh, there's a 3-peen.
there's a
There's the
sumo.
sumo for Kevin. Just the nice, neat little ending to things.
yeah, gotta confirm your 3rd place. Great game for Amari.
Right.
I-
Made up over a quarter of what she needs to get to promotion zones. That's absolutely massive. Eric with a plus 12.3, also very good. Now only about 42 points approximately out of the promotion zone. Kevin with a minus 18.7. Just kind of, still hovering within plus minus 40 of plus minus 0, which is where you expect most people to end up. And then James with a minus 39.7. Kind of an unfortunate run of games there for James.
Yeah, sometimes the games are just like that, but it could always be worse. At least it wasn't negative, but it's still like minus 39 is not the kind of 4th you want to see. I mean, you don't want to see any 4th really, but there was a chance of coming back, but just a quick hand just shut down that last dealership. I guess you know, Tucker, I love coming back and all last.
God, your all last comebacks lately have just been absurd. I mean, you've had like 18 Furiton Hanuman sumos, I think, in the last week.
Well, some of those were in Sama, you know. One of those just happened to be a Hote, just not a big deal at all. Just
Hey, listen, Furiton sumos in Sanma, Furiton and 4-player I don't mind as much because you can like Riichi still and scare people off. Furiton and Sanma though, it is very hard to scare people off in Sanma. And when you call that Furiton Riichi, the chances that someone chases you and you deal in are so high.
yeah, at least when I did it, they were both 2-sided at least, so good chance of sumo.
But let's see. Here's the question. We have another B3 table playing currently. They started 32 minutes ago. So that game's probably towards the end. Do we want to hop over anyway?
I think we do, because I think they are playing another one. I'm assuming, unless the Hanchan went extra long.
I mean, that's their second Hanchan. But are they playing more than that?
I think they played the two in their last. They were on the stream last
Okay.
time. If it's the one I'm thinking of.
Yes, and this is their final Hanchan. So we could go over and catch the end, or we could just end it here.
I think. Yeah, why not? We could do it unless there's any objections.
Let's check it out. We might only see one hand. We might see 5 hands. Who knows? So we're going to be watching the same table as from last stream. And it is South 2, and boy howdy, Harrison has taken a hit.
Home.
That's my first observation.
Harrison. We play.
I
I go all the way down to Virginia to play with them semi frequently, but how would I characterize this play? It can be very efficient, but I guess we didn't see what happened this Hanchan to put him in this negative position, but it's not the place you want to be in. But he does have the last dealership to come back.
Home.
Yeah, I entirely associate Harrison with his desperate need to identify a very specific like Jay-Z or Kanye song. before IRMC started. So like my entire impression of Harrison is like pump up rap music. That's it.
That is a very what's it called? It's a very fair take.
Oh, we have Tenpai. Whose Tenpai is this?
The dealer is 4/7 pin.
There we go. The screen jumped a little for me, so I
Yeah.
got really lost.
Harrison drawing the 7 pin, but it fits right in his hand. Is this Tenpai? No, I don't think
And
so.
this is Aaron, who's got our dealership here. She doesn't have any Dora, which is kind of unfortunate. Jensen on the left actually could get the 234 Sanshoku, which would be pretty fantastic.
Yeah.
You could get a San Minchan weight or an San Minchan. Would you still, because you say an Arian Min when you have like 3, 3, 4, 5 waiting on 3, 6. But if you have 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
Oh, that
that's like a San. Oh no,
Dome.
yeah,
Yeah,
it comes
it
right
goes in.
out.
Yeah, I guess
Only 2100.
it would be an Salmon. I think that like that kind of terminology, the A is like added in other terms as well. So I think it'd be fair enough there. At least there's only 1,500 points.
Well, with the home bow, it was 2100.
Oh right.
Aaron going on a dealer streak here.
Yeah, still fighting for that first. This
I mean,
hand,
he's only 8,000 points away.
yeah, not the greatest hand for this. There's at least the Dora adjacency. That's
But
6
it's-
pin.
But it's decent. 4 pairs across the way for Harrison.
Oh,
So
I
we'll
know
put
he
him
hates
on-
Cheetoy.
Chi.
I
got
know
Dora.
he's my man, but he hates Cheetoy though.
There we go. Yeah, with an Anko of the 2 pin, really no reason to go for Chitoy. We have the Atazuke call on the right from
Maybe
Leslie.
going
so-
for Suwanko. There's a 2 Wankos. Or even just Chinitsu at least.
tossing the Tumon. So hedging that way. I mean, you're at negative 10,000. You need it at this point.
That is, yeah, it's exactly what you need, but lots of
And I mean,
pins
this
thrown out though.
is-
So Chinitsu not looking great, but definitely another way to
Yeah.
get value.
I mean, you're gonna have to race Leslie though, and Leslie's hand
3
looking
Ankos!
pretty good. Oh my god! So we have the San Anko Tenpai here, 6 pin, 9 pin.
Let's see. Well,
San Anko Dora 1. I mean, there's no way you turn
Oh.
down a 6 pin roll, right? Like, you can't.
Chi.
I mean, it's a Mangan. Like,
oh, but
Oh
you get
God,
the
there it
Suwanko
is!
Tenpai Ricci.
Richie for the Suwanko Tenpai. The
only
7
one
pin is
5 pin
totally
left.
dead.
But this is exactly what he needs. That's 7-1, 4/7-1 Tenpai for Nuna.
The rest of the
see.
table, no
Oh, the
clue.
5
There's
pin.
the 5 pin.
Oh, dude,
It comes
pin!
out.
Ricci,
So this is gonna be
Sanako,
massive.
Toy, Antonio, Dora 2, Dora 3,
It's 3
Sanbaimon!
A Sanbaimon. Oh my god! And right just like that, Harrison back in the middle of things, still in last, but only by 9,000 points. Similarly, Aaron goes from knocking on the door of first place to dropping all the way to third. Sanbaimon's more rare than Yakuman in general. It's just so hard to get 11 or 12 Han without getting 13 typically.
Yeah, that was absolutely what Harrison needed. Well, the Yakuman would have been better, but you take Sanbaimon, absolutely. Even
God,
it was like
yeah,
guaranteed. Ricci, Tanyo, Dora 2, Toy. I guess it was like Baimon or something. Yeah, like Baimon before the Ura.
It was Baimon guaranteed, and then the Ura is what really pushed it over there. On the Hellweight, no less. But going into South 3, the only person above 30k here, Leslie, is sitting in a pretty good spot, and this is a pretty nice hand.
Yeah, could easily
You
get
could-
Itsu. Oh yeah,
There we
there's
go.
still needs
Do
a
you
pair
open for
though.
the four? Do you open for the Fourmon if it comes out of Leslie's not Leslie of Aaron's hand on the left?
No, this could be worth so much more. Like Pinfu, Itsu, Ricci. Oh, there's Headless Ishanten.
I almost want to toss 4-peen, 6-peen here, or at least the 4-peen. If I draw the 8-peen, I want to be able to incorporate here, but I like
Yeah.
tossing 4-peen, 6-peen because then if I do draw into the Mon shape first, I could do East Tonki, which I really like.
G.
Yeah, it does end up being your seat win, which is maybe a little suspicious, but it doesn't feel like a terrible tile to throw. Especially like opening on the 4-5-6 versus a 1-2-3 or the 7-8-9.
Aaron actually could have cheated the 4-peen for Tenpai there, but does not take it. Is Ishanten. And we have a Honitsu brewing across the way for Jinsen.
Oh, but the dealer also has a ton of Mon tiles themselves.
Ooh, this Fourmon could come out, and it does.
But that would have been Tempa.
Oh, doesn't take it.
On more and more Mon tiles, maybe Leslie also gets the there's no Chinitsu across the way, but we just
all right.
West Dora.
Ricci.
Oh,
Headless
Ricci.
Ishanten. Yeah. This makes sense.
Ricci Ipeco, or wait, no, that's not
Ricci Pinfu.
No.
Toss 2-mon. Ricci Pinfu, waiting on 1-mon, 4-mon. Arianman.
Oh,
takes the Champon.
Oh, but
the 1-mon's dead.
Yeah, that's very unfortunate. Could be hard to read. Yeah, I was like, I thought it was like Ipeco myself, but it couldn't have been Ipeco.
Yeah, I do see taking the Champon though. Like, I don't know, Monzu just doesn't. I mean, but God, it's not like 2-mon really looks any better. Like,
yeah,
Monzu just looks bad. Like, I don't really want to be waiting on lower Monzu.
Like, if the 1-mon was not dead, I could see it, but I guess there's no Itsu possibility there. But still, the Pinfu, so tempting.
Oh God, what's Harrison gonna throw? Tosses the 4-mon, Champon 6-mon, 8-peen. That 4-mon would have dealt in if a different weight was chosen, but it did not. Ugh. Okay, that 5-peen, 8-peen deals into Aaron on the left, by the way, just in case we weren't
just
seeing
Sumo
that.
on the
There's
Dora. And it does, yeah, they do get to second place from that. Not ideal after dealing into that Sambaimon, but at least you're still getting second, but not above 30,000. But there's a chance here to get back above it.
All right. Harrison's last chance after that Sanbaimon to get out of the negatives. He has a pretty reasonable shot at second here. North is Dora. He has 1 in hand. However, Aaron across the table has 2.
Yeah,
and Aaron can open for a...
Yeah,
ooh.
There's a 5-6-7 Sanchoku Dora 3 possibility. I would have really liked that. I think they have 2 5-6-7s already, and they could have called that, I believe. But maybe that's not wanting to open. Definitely, like,
I mean,
yeah, you don't want to like show your Malgon necessarily, but it would be enough to get you above 30,000. Oh, is that? Oh, I think that's Tenpai Anu. No, not quite, but a better Ishanten.
Yeah, that's. I mean, that's a beautiful Ishanten for Aaron. I mean, if you can get your Ricci here,
maybe not even
Ricci, Pinfu, Dora 2. Yeah, you could Dama for it. Just get over 30K.
But it's
I mean, it's not like.
Yeah, and Aaron has a good amount of points too, so not far away from promoting. I could definitely see the chase for the Mangon value.
Well, you're 28K behind first place. Like, the difference between, I don't know. I don't know that the increase in value is really worth it.
I mean, just for like overall point standings. I mean, yeah, you're not gonna take first place, but get closer to the promotion range.
just can't draw anything. Tadashi since turn 2, or I guess really there's been that 3-so is discarded at some point, which was cheated by Leslie on the left.
Right.
We have another
Ricci.
possible.
There's Tenpai.
There's
It's in
Tenpai.
Ricci. Not the Sanchoku possibility, but Pinfu Doro 2, Ricci, Mangan. That's all you need. And the Ricci puts them close to Zhongyu, but does not put them below them.
I wonder. I do wonder about Dama here because, like, if you Dama, I feel like it's more likely that Shan Yu deals in. Like Shan Yu can kind of play it a little bit safe here. Oh, there's the 7-so. Leslie gonna deal in, and this actually
Ricci, Pinfu Doro 2.
Urasan would be enough. It's not though. Oh wait, it would.
If they did get the 7 Mon, that would have been also the Sanchoku as well. But still, you'll take a Mangan.
Nah, the Sanchoku is dead. It was 4, 5, 6.
Oh, I didn't realize it was dead.
Oh, you mean no. You mean if they had drawn 7 Mon
if
instead
they
of 4
did,
Mon to get Tenpai. I got you. I'm sorry. I was one step slower than you there, Dustin.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been enough to take first place, but it would have been close. With Ura 2, the Baimon would have been enough. But sadly, no Ura. Sadly, no Sanchoku. But still, getting a positive out of that game, pretty nice.
Yeah, a very nice first for Leslie with plus 31. Aaron will definitely take the 9.5, although you're desperately sad to see the 24,000 points that you lost with the San Baimon. Shan Yu with the negative 9.8, not too bad. Just need to start moving up. And then Harrison with the negative 31. I mean, it's not often that you feel good about a negative 31, but I feel like this is a negative 31 to feel good about. Like, you were at negative 10,000.
Yeah,
and you clawed your way all the way back up. Like, that's pretty nice.
Like, some people have been playing Mahjong for a while. They haven't gotten a Yakuman 4-player, but then Sanbaimon's rarer, and you get a Sanbaimon. I don't know if that's Harrison's first Sanbaimon 4-player, but it's possible.
Only Harrison would know, and Harrison might not even know that. I mean, sometimes you just don't remember what you've won and haven't won.
Yeah, it's definitely a good thing that we checked out that game, that absolutely massive Sanbaimon just out of nowhere, and Aaron's still coming back to keep second.
Yeah, I mean, we can just toss that right into the highlight reel. Go straight from the broadcast straight to hopefully, if we're able to run a mid-season show, toss that Sanbaimon rolling right in there. I'm gonna tag that before I forget.
Oh, I think Korak already did.
Oh, did he really? Oh, and volunteer. I see. I'm sorry. Yes.
As well as the Hadaka Tanki. Yeah, that was also from this game. Hadaka Tanki Sumo Hunitsu Toi Toi.
Yeah, just absolute. After, I feel like we saw like a lot of really tame mahjong tonight, and then we come to this table for like 3 hands, and it's just absolute pandemonium.
Yeah, the hands are both on the same tile, the 5-pin. The unlikely tile you think to win on, but very crucial for these massive hands that we just saw.
Yeah, very, very fun. Any final thoughts about anything we saw tonight before we start to sign off here, Dustin?
Honestly, I don't really have anything. It's a little late. Yeah, almost midnight here, but it's great mahjong. Like, really exciting. I'm gonna be excited to be in Cincinnati this week.
Yeah, it's gonna be so
some
much
other
fun.
people from the ARML there.
I am stoked as well for that.
Yeah, too late to sign up, really, unless it's like, I mean, in general, but unless like there are some potential, like, I think Max in his email said he would have to use substitutes
There
because
were
it's
2
not
open spots.
yeah, divisible. It's not divisible by 4, but it'd be, could be potentially expensive last minute to sign up. But if you do want to do that, I think there is a possibility for that.
Yeah, if you want to know about that, the best way to find out, especially if you live close enough that you could drive and make it a little bit cheaper, just go ahead and I don't know, find some way to contact Max. Find him on he's like Pink Yoshi. If you're in any of the Mahjong discords, he's probably there. Or I don't know, you can go to like the wiki links, the Wix. I don't what's the name of the website thing. You can
Wix.
find it. Wix, whatever it is. I don't know. Just start Googling like Cincinnati Mahjong, and you'll eventually find the 2022 tournament. Cincy, it's cincyricci.wixsite.com. If you go there, you'll be able to find the Cincinnati Ricci Open 2, which is being hosted, and then from there you can contact Max and figure out whether one of those 2 spots is still available. Other than that, if you enjoyed what you saw today and you yourself would like to be a part of the American Ricci Mahjong League, you can sign up on our website at americanricci.org, which we will post in the Twitch chat here in a second. If you enjoyed the broadcast and you would like to know when they are happening, then make sure that you follow us here on Twitch. You can follow us at American Ricci on Twitter. And we put all of our VODs up on YouTube. I mean, at this point, like, I don't know, we haven't compared ourselves to other Mahjong resources, but I feel almost certain that we have to have, like, the largest library of English Mahjong video commentary that exists at YouTube. So you can find us at tinyurl.com/ARMLYT. Definitely check things out there. There have been many good matches that you can learn a lot from by watching there. Let's see. We plugged Twitter, we plugged the website, we plugged Cincinnati, we plugged YouTube, we plugged the Twitch. On Monday, we will be reviewing the first half of the season. I guess I haven't checked exactly who it's going to be. I imagine it's going to be me and Korak, because it's usually me and Korak. And I know that, but I think that's what it's gonna look like. So the mid-season review show, which is also hype for the second half of the season, will be on Monday. So a lot of people will be coming right off of their Cincinnati high. We can check out what the last half of the ARML season's going to look like.
Oh, and not just Cincinnati.
Oh, right.
Some people are going to be playing IRMC that same weekend. Some people are going to be doing both.
Jeremy. I think Jeremy's the only person in individuals because everyone else is in either in Cincinnati or had another commitment. But Jeremy, shout out to Jeremy for coming first place in the qualifiers at IORMC out of everybody in the world. So, you know, props to Jeremy. He will be competing in, I believe, the individual finals on this weekend. So good luck to him. It is in like Korean time, so very, very early in the morning or very, very late at night, according to what kind of lifestyle you live. But that would also be a cool thing to check out. And with all of that being said, a very exciting season for Mahjong. So much going on. Hope you can keep track of it. But with all that being said, thank you to Nathaniel, our broadcast director for the night. It runs very, very smoothly. Thank you so much for running things. Thank you, Dustin, for commentating with me. And thank all of you for watching and joining in the chat. I hope that you all have wonderful nights. Get good rest. And we will see you very soon on stream once again. And also some of you in Cincinnati. From the ARML, have a wonderful night.